Ladies and gentlemen, do not call it a comeback, but a follow-up. Welcome to IVA June. We had an amazing May, but we gotta move forward. Watch Spice and the one and only powerful Goodman on the mic. We're social distancing at this point, but Goodman, how are you feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling fine, Poch, and thank you guys for having me as a guest caster here. Really thank you, and it's an honor to be a caster here in this IVA June 2022. Let's go!
Hey, that's what IVA is all about. It's a celebration of Southeast Asia talent, not just in game, but also, we celebrated some artworks before. We also, have a chat going on if you guys want to be able to support your favorite teams. And we also had a little bit of, an engagement post who wanted to cast. Goodman was on the top of our list, so I'm so excited to be sharing the mic with him because we have some amazing group stage matches. I feel like we have some civil war brewing with the gods of Egypt. But I know it's all in fair competition, and I would say a bit of a grudge match because I think the last match, the main event, is going to be NM Origins versus Winter, and Winter was the team that actually knocked out the NM Reborn. So I think there's a storyline brewing here, but you know what, Goodman, while we wait for what is to come, I want to ask you. We watched some of the elimination matches, right? What were your thoughts on this new meta that we're playing now?
Oh, I've seen some new meta, and I haven't really experienced of those before. But it's actually nice to have a new, fresh composition of teams that I have seen, even the off-metas hunters. And as far as I know, the top pick map is actually every sleeping map. Every map.
Surprise!
I saw every sleeping map. Holy damn! What's with every sleeping map? Come on! I think it's good for both sides, but let's see on how will they manage on this pretty common map that they picked.
Yeah, I think if we're gonna take a beat out of what we saw last time, because since this is gonna be elimination, since this is a best of one, no hunter bans. I mean, that's Pollen's favorite map. If not, Sculptor's still pretty okay in it. So I feel like since the meta did shift towards Survivor side, I think having Ever Sleeping Town, they want to be able to get that advantage right away for Pollen because you can ban the Priestess, you can ban the Seer, you have first pick in when it comes to bans, but the Survivors have definitely. They've definitely risen in the ranks, and I just want to inform everyone as well that every survivor and hunter is on the table for this entire tournament. So Clerk, Professor, we did see some glimpses of the little girl and in the previous IVA, but right now, yeah, we can see the inclusion of a Clerk or the Professor. I'm excited. Good job, man. What's your take on Clerk and Professor?
Oh, the new Survivor and Hunter, that they will be able to use that. And I've seen some matches with I think I've seen Clerk matches before this happens, the eliminations, the wildcards. Holy damn, Clerk, experienced Clerk players, I commend you. That's one hell of a hunter to compete against with. So let's see on how they manage on this Professor and Clerk that is available for them to use.
Yeah, I would have to say, in my experience, when I go up against like really experienced Clerk, it's really crazy. But we have to look at also like the IVLs, right? Clerks have kind of been bullied. I think the teams kind of found a winning composition, but during the eliminations, I forget what team it was, but a Clerk was able to get a 4K in Ever Sleeping Town, or was it the other way around? I'm not quite sure, but there are some Clerk gameplays. We have yet to see a Professor, though. That's what I'm really excited to see. What are your thoughts on Professor?
Yeah, that tough body block that can actually give shield to the whole team. Even you have extra shields around the map, so that would be an interesting to see. So we will be. Let's expect, if you see a Professor, let's expect some body block, some tough clutch body block.
Scale blocking. And while we are here, ladies and gentlemen, before we get the matches started, again, I just want to give a shout out to everyone that's in chat. Karina, we got Buns, NTT. I know NTT is the voice in our head right now. We got Karina, we got Chocho in chat, we got Shimbia, we have Andy, and of course, you got Sada Quill, and also Chantel. Big shout outs to everyone in chat. Tell everyone, tell your family, tell your friends. IVA is back, ladies and gentlemen, for the June edition. And I want to be able to talk about teams because while we were excited to see maybe Good Luck and Have Fun make it, they unfortunately they declined the invite because they did make it to the top 4 and they'd immediately be seated in the group stage. They didn't have to go through the elimination. So knowing that the competition was blown wide open, and mind you, also good man, Mad Penguins are here too, so I'm really excited to see them. I think the last time we saw them was IVC 2021, and they made it to the grand finals up against GH. So yeah, it's still wide open, and we also have the returning defending champs in ZT. So is there any team that you're looking forward to seeing this weekend?
Oh, I think I've watched a couple of matches. IVA May. So I have no idea whose team I'm going to root for, but I think I'm still in. That's normal ground. Let's see if.
Okay, cool. We're professionals. We got to keep it unbiased. And let's look at the team introductions because we have 2 Gods of Egypt. This is GOE, ladies and gentlemen. Call them the Gods of Egypt. Just GOE. They did participate in the previous IVA. They couldn't make it to the top 16, but they're here now and they want to stake a claim here because they have 2 chances. And blame the box, ladies and gentlemen, because they will be going up against their teammates. But before anything else, here they're Hunters, Toru, Zuka, the survivors, we got Kan. That's a long name I'm going to butcher pronouncing. And we have 710. So let's move on to their opponents for today. Good job, man. I want you to walk me through this because we're gonna shift on over. What is this? Am I seeing double?
Another GOE. So this will be the team. This team will call the GOE. Yes, GOE Heart or less than 3. So we have the Hunter Hug, and for the survivors we have Leviathan 277353 and Chien, Aris, and Huang. Hey, so this basically 2 teams of the same kin. Holy damn.
So yeah, they have twice the. I would say twice the shot here, but I mean, blame the luck of the drafted into the same group, so they will have to go up against each other. So who knows? Maybe both of the Gods of Egypt will be advancing to the playoffs. Who knows? Because once again, this is the group stage. It's a best of 1. We will be getting the scorers for the team to be advancing to the playoffs. So we're gonna have a clash of the gods, ladies and gentlemen. So in chat, I want you guys to how are they gonna do this? Good job, man. What should they put in chat for them to be able to distinguish? Oh yeah, I'm from Team GOE. Which GOE are you for, though?
Without the heart, man. Which GOE?
Okay,
with the heart.
Go.
Hey.
Okay, so I want to see hearts for GOE less than 3, and what's gonna be just GOE for the other one, or are we gonna use another symbol like a less than 4 or a greater than 3? I'm not sure. Equals 3. I'm not sure.
GOE.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let your voices be heard because we're going to head towards the picks and bans. And I'm not going to be surprised if we see Ever Sleeping Town as our first map. Surprise, surprise! Good job, man. It's Arms Factory.
Arms Factory, holy damn. I thought it was another Ever Sleeping Town. But it's a refresh. It's nice. So this will be a very medium map. And let's see on who will they pick on this one. So it's not that kind of a large, but still. This would be a trickier to do or to manage if you got the right hunter and the right survivors to pick from. And we got the first ban, S3rd.
Yeah, this immediately shadow bans Priestess. We did see some Priestess come out of Arms Factory in the previous IVA, but she wasn't as impactful as she is in Chinatown or a big map like Moonlit and Ever Sleeping Town. So knowing this with Toru immediately banning the S3rd, this opens up a lot because with maps like this, you usually see BQ, you usually see Dream Witch, single hit hunters. You could actually even see a Bonbon. And in the elimination matches, it seems like Bonbon was really the one that got a lot of survivors down and out. And speaking of survivors, we have a Mercenary and Enchantress being picked.
Nice. I think they're going in for another composition without the decoder. I think they're just going to choose a survivability over the decoding progress. But this composition actually works, and I kind of surprised. Atike even mentioned it that the composition of it is actually shifting to a more survivor where they have the chance to survive this single hit hunter. So let's see on who's the single hit hunter that Toro that's going to be used. Since series ban, so it's possibly no chip hunters that's going to be used, or even Bonbon. Let's see. And second ban, we got Embalmer.
Yeah, Embalmer has been making his rounds, especially in IVL. It is the news picks and bans in IVL. Here we're going with how it was in the previous IVA. But like you said, they are Prisoner coming in. This is actually interesting because usually you see the mechanic, but having Prisoner in a small map like this is quite interesting. The only thing I can attribute this to, good job, man, is that they know each other. They're the gods of Egypt, man. You can't question the gods when they go up against each other. This is a team versus team matchup.
Oh, they known for a very long time, so maybe they know what's up, they know what to handle, and they know what to expect on this one. But Embalmer, yeah, I seen some matches from before the eliminations and even the wild card. So it's an interesting pick for me. And there we go, Clerk, right off the bat. As we just talked about earlier.
Welcome to IVA June. Welcome everyone in chat. And also happy birthday to Yumiko in chat right now. So if you guys want to be watching with people, also there's a watch party happening in the NM Fam Discord. But we do see Clerk coming in. So I'm actually it's interesting. I guess this is more of like I can only attribute this to this being a team kill matchup. We don't see a forward. We don't see the the lovers tandem. We actually replaced Ada with the Prisoner. So I think this is again them kind of just throwing unfamiliarity to each other, because this is definitely not the meta. Again, this is a learning process for everyone, and we're not really sure what the most optimum build is. Go up against a Clerk, and we've seen some Clerks do amazingly. So I'm excited to see how Toru will manage to just stuff these survivors' attempts to escape the arms factory.
Yes, I do agree. Even though Clerk is a trickier to go against with. Plus, especially the late game of Clerk, like, she can actually control those ciphers, and you better watch out on how you will manage those ciphers. So maybe on the early game she's weak, but let's see on how they manage on that, because Clerk it's like Clerk excels at her power. So let's go. Let's see on how will they manage.
The thing with the Clerk really has to build up steam. She really has to record. She has to utilize it properly. So here we have it. Let's see how Toru will be managing. The Cypher Rush will still be there, but again, you can always just destroy the connections. And now Toru seemingly it's at shifting targets here, and it seems like he's gonna have a lock into 277. Yeah, that's a lot of survivor cams. There we go. Prisoner, Enchantress, and now it is the Patient, which will be chased now.
27, but that first hit connected on number 27, but first hook of the game got him out of there in time. But that first hit connected right on time also. But I think 27 going in for the kite, but recorded by Toru. That will be the last. Oh wow, unfortunate by that second hook. Holy god.
Yeah, that was actually, he was gonna have a checkmate situation. They're just blocking the vault, making sure that he was gonna go for that hook, gets the hit, and honestly, he has one of the best kiters out. If we can only see the skills, maybe if the observer can hit the skills, so we can see how much hooks the Patient has, or the Enchantress. Paging red. Alright, anyway, so here we have it. Enchantress now also working on some ciphers. It's the Mercenary that is going to go for this rescue. And yeah, like you said, the pressure is definitely on. She could pressure ciphers from afar and even undecode ciphers.
True. But let's take note that the Patient only has one hook left, and he already used it. Toro is just recording those actions of the survivors, and that's a pause.
Yeah, we did see a little bit of a, there was a bit of a, I would have to say, like a stall in the middle of the action there, especially getting that clean rescue. But no, these are the gods of Egypt. And yeah, if anyone prods listening, maybe hit the skills just so we could see like where how many skills are left, because I think that's two hooks were utilized already. So the rebound kind of this patient really has to matter. But yeah, your thoughts initially on the matchup so far? Good job, man.
Clerk between against Prisoner, Mercenary, Enchantress, and the patient. Patient, I think he doesn't have any hooks left, so he needs to last very long because those hooks, he's got no more things to utilize, just the pallets and windows. And Clerk excels at literally canceling those resources. Just record that and record this, and can even cancel this Cypher. So it depends on how long will patient kite. Or even we might see Enchantress going on for the support for the first kiter we have.
Yeah, and considering the rescue, right? It was a pretty fast rescue. It wasn't even near the halfway mark. So yeah, the pace of this game, it's kind of being dictated by this Clerk. So we'll have to see. We did see two hooks being utilized. We do note that I see at the left side, the patient is still standing right in front of the Clerk. So it's still it's a little scary. I wasn't able to see the presence that was built, but yeah, having two hits already is well halfway in gaining more presence. And I don't think the Hunter feels that Cypher Rush yet. I was actually a little concerned that Toru went for the patient first, because we know how crazy the patient is. And especially in maps like this, because he can definitely vault through walls, not just windows, but walls.
Very true. And he can even parkour over... Yeah, you said it, walls. So that will be a pain in the ass for Clerk, since she excels at canceling those resources. And Patient doesn't need to use them because of the hooks.
Wow, okay. It seems like last effort already being popped. No, we still don't know what the resources are, so I have a feeling that the patient is already well out of hooks. So, 4 ciphers still remaining. It's really looking like Toru's game. If he's able to eliminate the survivor and stuff this rescue, Mercenary is on the way back. He's gonna have to body block for his life.
And Mercenary is going for the second rescue. We have 4 ciphers remaining left, but Toru is trying to harass and trying to cancel out those progress just by at the same time guarding this chair. And seems like Mercenary is going for the sneaky rescue here, because Toru doesn't have an idea. There we go! Oh! Almost had it that rescue. He's being careful on this one. And seems like Toru is also being careful with that first hit connected. 27 going for that window. Unfortunately, that will reach on time and connect.
So this is the winning pace that the survivors want to be in, but again, they tried to go for it. Patient now will have to be sent back and out of the game, and this is going to be tough. 3 survivors remaining, 4 ciphers left. 1 is definitely going to be focused on. So, and now 3 ciphers remaining. It's still going to be a little tough, because I think the only person that likes that type of math is the Hunter. Like, he's going to focus on 1 survivor, and this is where the momentum starts to build. Clerk is already at full presence here, so it's going to be a little tough. I love the idea now what they're doing. They are healing up. They're going to do a trade-off here just for him to break that connection. Mercenary needs to be at full capacity to go for another rescue.
Very true. And I love what they did there, that they came, I think they're from shock, then rotated. They know that Toru is going to that shock because 2 ciphers already progressed on those progress, as you can see. But it seems like Toru is going in for this kite here with Ares chasing. Ares here with that recording still on his back, and seems like that will be a stun, but that hit connected right on time, even cancelling out the recovery attack. Holy damn, this will be a trouble for Ares, and that will be the final hit going in for Ares. Oh, damn.
Yeah, that trade-off was definitely not in favor of the survivors. I thought, yeah, that was Big Brains going for this zap right near the pallet just to play a little mind games, but this is the Clerk we're talking about. She has, you could call her a chip damage hunter, because she can record those hits. And now Prisoner, first time on the rocket chair, 2 ciphers still remaining. Mercenary now seems to be on his way for this rescue.
Oh, it seems like they're still in a good hands. They just need to
recording incoming. Here we go.
There we go.
Oh, nice. He missed. Whoa! Terror shock. Missed the hit, but baited a rescue here. That Merc will be falling down in a terror shock for terror shock. It seems like Toru is a man on a mission. Can he get a double down situation? Seems to be recording here. Now he's going to try to block the window. He's able to get him through the window. Now this is a tough spot for the gods of Egypt. Half of gods of Egypt, that is.
After that double chain of terror shock on that one, holy damn. I saw Mercenary was blocking for Ares there, but failed to do so, and that costed Ares a terror shock on that one. But let's see on how Enchantress will deal with this, because 2 Cyphers are remaining left, and I do not know if they have the Cypher they need to work on here. And seems like
Enchantress in the sandbags area. She seems like she's just trying to wait it out because the Mercenary still has a self-heal. He's going to be able to utilize the self-heal because he can make it in time for this rescue. So now this is quite scary. Tries to go for a hit, and he's able to hit the Mercenary, but allowing the prisoner to leave the chair.
Oh god, Ares need to last long on this one. They might have a chance to grab up this game and go in for a one escape or just draw. So let's see how will this go on for Ares, trying to use that resource, but will not reach in time. And there we have it, final hit going in for Ares. I think that will be his last chair, I suppose.
Yeah, last chair. Mercenary has already expelled the self-heal. It's up to the Enchantress to try and wait it out, but teleport will be utilized just to go to the sandbag cipher. But the Enchantress realizing, all right, I gotta start moving. This Mercenary is not even close to expiring, so this Enchantress has to last for a while if she's gonna try to push for that dungeon.
But I think they're going in for a at least one escape. 2 Cyphers remaining. Just they need to find a dungeon, get up Mercenary, and try Leviathan as his best to escape from Taurus' grasp. Because it seems like Taurus got a hand of this Tinnitus and trying to see if where's Leviathan at.
Oh, yeah, now we notice that he's not trying to go for a heal here. Now he's going to go back to the shack area where the Enchantress is actually waiting. And she's building up those curses. She knows that it's teleport, so there's no excitement for this Clerk to actually nullify the stuns. Toru trying to moonwalk, but now it seems like the Enchantress has a clear path to try and go for this heal on this Mercenary.
Nice opportunity. Leviathan in, and he was able to heal Mercenary off, and there we have it. 2 survivors going on its separate ways. Try to confuse Toru, but Toru must choose what survivor to chase off here, because I think he doesn't have an idea where they ran off to. So it's like he has to pick which side those 2 ran off.
Yeah, he wants to go for the Mercenary because at least the Mercenary is already hit. Enchantress could be a little bit of a headache, but yeah, it's still, I would say, kind of a stalemate still in the Hunter's it's the Hunter's game to win. If they're able to like touch some ciphers, which the Enchantress is doing, the longer it's like this and Toru has no line of sight, the harder it's gonna be. And now has line of sight in that cipher. Now teleports straight through it and finds the Mercenary.
And we have a chase between Shane and Toru. Shane is just going to get out of here, but recording that action made by Toru. Oh, that hit will connect on his back. And seems like Leviathan will do the plan once again, just to formulate another plan on this one, because Toru is going in for the factory, and seems like Leviathan.
They're walking towards each other. Here. Yeah, that's actually tough break for Leviathan here. He's going to try to go through, and he's able to. Thought he was going to block that, but now one of the safe havens of the survivors is this factory area, and we see that the Enchantress does have a 3-stack. It's going to be a while before the Mercenary still expires. Goes for just a single stun because he needs to buy enough time. Full health. So it's still anyway. If this Enchantress can kite it out until the dungeon, that's going to be a win on the Survivor's book.
Yes, very nice. As you said, this factory is actually a survivor's playground, but since we have a clerker, she can basically shut that down. As you can see here, Leviathan can't use that window anymore and needs to take the long run here. He's trying to saving those stacks. See if he can able to go up to the Mercenary, and that's the second stack going in for Leviathan here. Recorded. Oh, almost had it connected. Holy damn, that's still nice attempt.
Yeah, I think that the Enchantress wants to stick around this area because right out there in the sandbags area, that is where the dungeon is at. Mercenary almost close. Oh, just goes for the stun right away. And now we see that Toru does lose line of sight of this Enchantress. Hythen doing a great job so far, but now no more resources, no more stun, will fall to a regular hit. Mercenary is about to fall, and we see that Leviathan is hoping that this dungeon can open in time, but Toru is not going to allow that. He's going to try and hit him away from this dungeon. It's not open quite yet, good man. And now Leviathan has to circle around this area. He doesn't have a stun just yet, and now the hit connects. The Clerk gets a 4K.
Mercenary was going to bleed out there, but Leviathan needs more time. But unfortunately, Clerk has the power to cancel out those resources. As we can see, Leviathan was going to joke Clerk that double backing out just in case, hoping that the Clerk will miss his hit. But that hit connected, and that will end the game right there, folks.
Yeah.
Oh,
again. Here we have the match stats. Again, Mercenary rescued a total of 4 times, ladies and gentlemen. And Enchantress had the same containment time with 93. Again, a great kite in the factory area. If only it lasted a little more longer, you have to give it up to the Enchantress. She really, held the resources until the last possible moment. And she did an amazing job. But, this is the Clerk. She is the new hunter. Some people have found a way, but I have a feeling in Southeast Asia, we're still getting accustomed to how Clerk matches go. And that was first victory on the side of the Gods of Egypt, No Heart, ladies and gentlemen. So the No Heart Gods of Egypt get 5 points. Now they're going to do a little bit of a reversal here. It's going to be the less than 3 God of Egypt that will be doing the hunting next.
Oh, that was some actually good... first half of the game with 2 teams of the same kin. Damn. Comment on those teams. Still, you have my heart, the GOE. Even though the other one doesn't have less than 3, you still have my heart, both of you guys.
Yeah, I think it's... honestly, I feel like it's an exhibition of the Gods of Egypt, right? You can call it like a civil war between the team, but I think they want the best of the best to make it to the playoffs. And yeah, this is one way to do it, especially if they go up against each other. So I'm really excited to see what else they can showcase because Toru, he does have a Clerk. I wonder what I believe it's Hug or the other 2 hunters have that do they have another Clerk? Are they going to just hit a reversal and just do the same type of build? We just have to find out, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to take a break. I'm not quite sure. All right, cool. So we just got a confirmation. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. We will be returning in just a few minutes.
50% progress, and we also have Mercenary Cypher, which was the first one that he did. We're going to see a mirror here. That's pretty irrelevant mirror. Even if you're able to get that hit, that is okay. We do see that rescue come off here. Mercenary needs to body block this as long as possible. Blink is on cooldown, mirror is on cooldown, no Tide Center. That's irrelevant because, again, you can't kill without the mirror here as the Bloody Queen. Mercenary is going to just go around here. They're going to try to take as many hits as possible. Missing that Palisade, Mercenary needs to catch up to the Priestess and be able to body block this next mirror so the Starvers can find down these last Cypher 2s. They have the time to do so, but that's the idea of psychology healing here, is that you now give yourself enough time. We're going to see a triple body block. Patient gets a drop down hit. That's not ideal here. You have to force attack recovery so you can extend that time as long as possible.
Okay, waiting for him to drop down. It's the Priestess that drops down, but no, it is the Mercenary that ate that hit. One Cypher still remains. Psychologist is hot on that Cypher, and now they're forced to chair the Patient. Now,
way there, as Mercenary, you have to elbow pad away. You have to elbow pad to a point where you're breaking that line of sight, and in this case, it's just, it's not working out here. We're going to see Batter come in potentially for a harass, but again, Batter can struggle here against this hook, because all you have to do is land that hook, get that hit, and yeah, there's another free hit. They are able to, I thought they were going for that body block. We're going to see them go ahead and drop a trap, so even if this does happen, he's going to land in the trap. Yeah, he's not able to get the harass off anyways, and he's going to be scared for the second time.
man, the way that Oxygen was able to snipe out from afar, and another one. He is a sniper on this game. Distance go for that rescue.
Yeah, with Mercenary getting cut off this far, they may not even go for it at all. He takes the hit there, and he's going to push the save. I think Sculptor might have full presence now because of that insolence. Let's see, actually. Going to go in for that rescue. We're going to see full presence actually getting that hit there. One chip. They were able to get the save, though. Can he get the double hit on Mercenary as well? He is able to get the double hit on Mercenary. Acrobat has a few bumps to work with here, but it's going to be difficult. This is not a great area to kite, especially against a Sculptor with full presence. Tries to go for that mind game, gets to the vault into him, and he should still be able to get that hit there. There's that first chip, and I don't think there's any chance of making it to the window there before you.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think, great job hiding the red light, just forcing him to make that jump, and this will be the first down and out. The delayed effect on his passive there is definitely going to be hard. Now we see him, he has to utilize that elbow pad just to get out of dodge, but now the webs are able to, catch up, and he's able to utilize the blink to get the Mercenary. Now the Mercenary has no more skills, no more items to utilize. But it seems like the closest one is the Embalmer. He will have to be very careful. The Mercenary already making his rotation towards this rescue. 2 ciphers remaining. We do note that I think they're priming 2 ciphers at once, and the one's at 71%. He's just being very careful. Now the rescue needs to happen. Tide Turner will be in effect, trying to light up the floor. Mercenary eats 1 chip bomb. Will eat another one. Oh my god. He's waiting for the last possible second, and now stuffs the rescue. This has turned around. Crocodile now just needs 3 survivors to get the victory here.
Yeah, Mercenary actually could have just waited for that bomb to blow up before going for the chair save there. But instead, getting a little too greedy there, and this is probably going to be a drawn position. The question is, does this Bonbon have the front card? Which the Acrobat coming for this rescue is able to get that first. And he pushes the Acrobat back. The Cypher Machine is prime. Can he potentially go for the blink to get it on the Acrobat? He's going around the chair to try to bait out the blink, but he didn't fall for it. And now all he's doing, there's the blink, and there's the down. Again, he only needs 3 survivors eliminated, and with the tension, that may be enough there. Again, you saw the Acrobat. He knew blink was coming.
He is a very kiting heavy survivor. Like he's has average of 60 seconds every time, and now Capcom going for the bomb here, able to get the last minute rescue, has to eat some of these hits. Fear gets stuffed by Corone, and the pressure on the statues were building up a lot. Capcom was
how the Painter gets this rescue done, because it is Mercenary after all. He can buy a lot of time in chair, and we see 2 cypher machines being looked by the CCTV. Painter is painting a painting for disaster right before the rescue. Will he able to finish it? He's going to...
Welcome back, everyone, once again to these 2 teams of the same kin. And before that, let's talk about what happened on the first half. It's pretty crazy. We've seen those, as we said on the very first phase of this stream, that new survivor, new hunter is going to be used, and we didn't expect a clerk will be used on the first half of the game between these 2 teams.
Yeah, honestly, like when it comes to best of ones, I don't know what the strategy is, because in best of threes we've seen it time and time again. But I think now, especially if you, like you said, Gods of Egypt, I think they want to be able to throw each other off guard here. And honestly, the clerk pick kind of threw them off a loop. You saw that the patient wasn't able to get a successful hook. Every time he tried to attempt to go for a hook, the clerk was there to thwart the efforts, and from there it just kept snowballing. So honestly, like once the patient was out of the game, it was really just a matter of time until Toru was able to get the 4K.
Yes, very true. Because it seems like Patient was forced to use it because Clerk can literally shut down any resource that survivors can use. But it's still a decent kite, and but that led them to a successful fight against them. But still, the Hunter of JO, I mean, without the heart, still prevailed. But let's see on the second half. But I really like Leviathan's kite on the late game. Like very tenacious on that one. She really know how to get around this factory. The timing of that recording of the skill, she's being careful on that one because you got the resources, but what's with the resources if the clerk can literally shut down those usage of it?
Yeah, I think that the Leviathan, the way he was able to contain the hunter inside the factory area, it's a little tough. I think that Leviathan didn't do anything wrong. The way he utilized the stacks and also the factory itself, like you said, when the clerk knows your routes when you're going, he will close off those routes. Like you saw, he was able to close off the window, was able to break the pallet without him actually utilizing his pallet breaking speed. So it was really just tough because the one that was bleeding out was the mercenary. So it was I think it was a checkmate situation at that point, and if only like he lasted a little longer, and you saw that Leviathan was just rotating around the dungeon area, which was at close to the sandbags area. So it was tough, but I'm excited to see more of Leviathan. I'm excited to see more Enchantress gameplays if that's going to be the case. And we did hear from our prod team that the hunter of the gods of Egypt with hearts is a BQ main.
Oh, this would be interesting. So I think we're going to expect a BQ on the second half. But yeah, let's see on how will they manage on that one. And those picks, maybe they're going to pick another, maybe off meta or meta. Let's see. I'm really excited on this one because Clerk. Damn. What's going on?
Yeah, let's talk about it. If a BQ will come out, what composition do you think would be best to counter a BQ?
Oh, I think Mercenary would be the one, and even Seer. If Seer is open, he can actually block off those mirror hit coming from BQ. So that will be a lot of time going to be saved with that one owl. That would be perfect.
Yeah. If the Seer can be unbanned, but I have a feeling if we see a Seer ban, it's immediate. That's a BQ lock-in. Obviously, like you said, Mercenary might be priority picked first. Really depends now on what else that they're gonna pick. I'm surprised that we didn't really see some Acrobat in the previous round. We have been seeing the rise of Acrobat, even though there are some changes to his skills. He's still being very viable. He's still very viable. And if the Priestess is banned or is shadow banned because of the map, Entomologist is a great pick in this map. And we've seen how Entomologist can kind of counter Bloody Queen with just harassing her with the bees, or even transitioning with the bees to lose line of sight. And once the BQ actually transitions, he doesn't know where the Entomologist is. But, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like we are ready to head on over to the picks and bans of the second half of round number 1.
Let's go. We're switching sides. We're going to see GOE with a heart going in for the hunter, and we have Hug as a hunter this time with Can, one like Kaisan, and 710 for the GOE without the heart. The first ban is Seer.
So we talked about this, good job, man. When the Seer is banned, the BQ pick will be coming in. So I think they have to prepare for that. They can try to go for maybe a Cypher Rush comp if ever, or kind of go for comp. Heck, they might even go for Wildling.
Oh, okay, I'm not excited. So I don't want to be a Wildling bias, but that's okay. So I think this team will be expecting, since they know each other, since they're on the same kin. So let's see if going to pick. There we have it, Mercenary in the first pick, as we've mentioned earlier. So this would be a good counter for BQ and even the Enchantress.
Are we gonna see an Embalmer ban on the side? Because it seems like gods of Egypt know each other, and they just hit the Uno reversal card, and all right, no, we're gonna see a Novelist ban here. So they have a chance to go for the Embalmer, because they can go for a tie. If they go for at least a tie, they don't have to go for a tiebreaker.
Very true. But I think that will be a good pick, but since we haven't seen the Hunter, if it's a BQ, this could be a pretty great counter to Inbound because he can actually just mirror on that side of the wall. If there's a BQ or Embalmer going to be picked on this one. But yeah, Novelist ban. That's actually nice because we have seen some Novelist plays from the eliminations, wild cards. You can actually do wonders of that book when used efficiently and on time.
And not just that, the trait that when they skill swap, you get a little bit of that speed boost. We've seen it tried to be attempted before. We don't have any highlights of it yet. We did see an attempt in the elimination stage that it didn't quite work out. So yeah, having a ban of the novelist has been making his presence felt here in Southeast Asia. So I think a great ban on Hug's side. Now waiting for the rest of the survivors to be picked. Patient is still a really good counter to BQ. Just once once you know where the mirror is placed, just mirror away from where the mirror image is at. You can also go, if you want to go for like a really brawny comp, you can even go like Psychologist if ever. And if you want to add a little more I would say pressure on the Hunter side, you know what? Mechanic is always good. Mechanic, you can definitely just use that mechanic, get the first chase, and just let the bot decode, and then you're on pace for a tie.
Yes, it's like basically you've got mechanic, but the bot's still decoding. It's like four survivors are decoding, and that will be a draw. Hey, Gravekeeper will be picked by Kaiser, and 7-10 will be picking Postman. We'll be seeing some dog gameplays here. Dog.
Yeah, with the Postman in the mix, he definitely has two options to go for when he sends the letter out, either to the Mercenary or Gravekeeper. Now, Hug just locking in the calling card, his Hunter calling card in the BQ. This is his main, and you know what? Actually, this is actually a pretty interesting composition. I'm sure they were so ready for this. Having a Gravekeeper, he can tank those hits. Mercenary, it's just a nightmare to chase with those elbow pads. Best possible chase is that Postman, but we've seen an amazing Postman gameplays, especially once he gets the dog bite on you. So it's definitely a really good survivor lineup for the heartless gods of Egypt.
I agree. They already secured the rescue that's going to happen because they have Mercenary, they have the Kiters, the Postman, the Enchantress, and even a Gravekeeper for the second rescue. But I think Hug knows how to deal with these two survivors. We have the Enchantress and Postman that they need to see the Hunter in order to hinder its movement. So Hug might just mirror hit them just from afar away, just to prevent those skills from being used efficiently. The stun, the dog. Let's see on how will this turn up between the two teams on the Arm Factory.
Yeah, it seems like the gods of Egypt really favor Enchantress and Mercenary. I don't know if it's just because they're going up against each other, but the instant lock-in, Mercenary, Enchantress. So moving forward here in the group stage, I'm going to take note of that, and I want everyone also to take note on who you guys want to win this match. Will it be the heartless gods of Egypt or the gods with a heart? Let us know in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have Hug on his Bloody Queen. We do have a Postman, Enchantress, Gravekeeper, and Mercenary combination on the survivor side. So let's head into the Arms Factory.
There we have it. Our spawn of Hug here is right in the middle, and I think we're going to see first chase, but nice rotation there. Hug uses mirror just to see if there's any survivors there.
Yeah, no one across the factory side, but we see that the Mercenary is going to just run right in the open. Will Hug bite? Actually, he might actually be chasing the Mercenary, just maybe wanting him to spend an elbow pad, which he does, and now he's going to rotate towards the middle of the Arms Factory here over at Triple Pallet. This is going to be hard for him to keep line of sight with the Mercenary, so not sure if Hug's going to transition away, and it seems like he's going to go for Zuka now.
Oh, going in for Zuko, the Gravekeeper. Make sure if he's going to use a shovel or deal with that hit. There we have it, connected on that mirror hit from Hug. And seems like he's not going in for their bot to actually see that Can is here. Postman with the first chase on the factory. running away from Hug. And there we have it, almost had it with the blink hit. That would be a terror shock if that hit. But
Yeah.
Khan, right on time with that vault on that window.
And also
That's-
a dog bite. Yeah.
Mm.
Take note, the Gravekeeper used this shovel, so he's still in that burrow state. So quite interesting. I'm not sure if he's going to try to body block. And now the Postman moving on away, just staying, keeping his distance, has a pallet to work with here. Hug just walking right through it. We see a flywheel effect, and now the Postman will have to eat that hit, but can still transition inside the factory.
I think Khan still has his dog out, but Hug is going in for the mirror hit, so he needs to be careful. Almost had it. And will this another hit connect, or will he just TP? There we have it on these 3 pallets, just right on the middle. Khan going in for that pallet, nicely done. Discipline, and going in for that 3 pallet side with the Mercenary, trying to drop that pallet. Nice assist, just to keep off the distance. And oh, that will be a hit going in for 710.
Yeah, Mercenary just had to do his job because he needed to just eat that hit for him to lose line of sight on that Postman. And now Hug kind of back to square one here. He's gonna try to go for the Shack Cypher. Luckily, the Enchantress, you know, oh sorry, is that the moving on away, not being in the area, but no, the mirror hit connects, and now he chases the Enchantress away. All 3 out of the 4 survivors are injured. It was only the Gravekeeper that is not that did get healed up. Now Hug has to be very careful because this is the Enchantress. She is slowly building up her stack. She has 1 already, good man.
Yo, she just needs time to stack up those stuns, and those Mercenary with that stun, Mercenary is already healed, so Hug needs to take Kaisan to go down here, TP in, and I think Enchantress has 1 stack here, trying to use this kiting area, drop that pad just to gain off some distance, and I think will Hug reach for this hit? No, that stun will stop, hits Drax, vaults that pallet, and gaining another distance, transitioning away from the middle.
And I just love the teamwork, but you gotta take note of the Cypher progress. It's still 4 Cyphers remaining. Now the Enchantress is down. This is the first survivor that is gonna hit that rocket chair. An accelerated decoding happened. So as they were buying time for each other, they really need to focus on objectives here, because Hug now, he's already breaking these pallets. There's no more 3 pallets in the triple pallet area. So this is kiting area is kind of nullified. So this Mercenary, this rescue needs to happen, and happen before half for them to be able to be in a winning pace here. And Hug realizing that, waiting for the Mercenary to kind of overextend. He's actually blocking the path, so the Mercenary has to go on around here because Hug already knows his area. And look at that, just cuts him off. Try to break some ankles here. Now the Enchantress can go for has 2 stacks of a stun here to utilize, trying to build up another one, but here comes the mirror image.
That will it connect though? That will connect on that final hit for Enchantress. Still have 2 stack. Doesn't gain stock because of that tide turner, and I think this will be her second share with 2 Cyphers remaining left. They're doing a pretty great job.
Yeah, because accelerated decoding, my guy. So again, he was able to. They were able to sustain this momentum for so long, and you also have the Postman that's out, the main, guy that gives job orders to decode. And now it seems like the Gravekeeper is on saving duties right now. He does have a shovel to utilize. We do see that Hug did pop up a mirror just to harass the Cypher, and now Gravekeeper is making his way. Already utilizes the shovel here just so that he can make haste and try and go for this rescue before the Enchantress expires. Can this happen before this Enchantress is sent out of this game? Hug is closely watching the ground. 1 Cypher remains. Good job, man.
Nice! He reached in time, and because of that mail coming from Postman, the Cypher, that 3 stun, will make it possible for them to get away as far as possible. But Hug, with that meteor skill, Zuka is trying his best to guard them, and Khan is already on the vicinity just to take and click some dog, but Zuka will take the last effort, going in down. That's a prime, dog in his tail, and Hug on the TP. Everyone is running off as far as possible. Khan will be the last man being chased by Hug, and they need a lot of time on this one.
Yeah, Postman is the only one that is in this area. Everyone is over at the other side. Gravekeeper's the only one that's injured, trying to go for a mirror hit here. No, decides to just teleport away, and it is the Mercenary that can tank one hit. Can he make it in time? He's going to be able to drop down this pallet, forcing him to break, and now they can go for the shack exit, while the Mercenary here, no resources on his belt here, so he's going to have to use just the surroundings, but now we see that he tried to just bait him into trying to move on over to another side, but no, Hug seems to be wanting to focus on this Mercenary. Now pops up the mirror here. Can he close the distance in time? He just needs one, but again, he needs to get all of them out. But now Mercenary is hit. He can make it towards the dungeon, and now the dungeon's already open. The Mercenary has a foot race to try and go for it. He has no more elbow pads to utilize. Hug waiting for his mirror cooldown to happen, but 5 seconds still remaining. I think he's going to make it in time, good man. It's going to be a 10-0.
Yo! Wow! Gio,
thoughts? Tell me your thoughts.
Holy mother of God of Egypt. Damn, that was a nice match coming in for that second half. My thoughts on this one, BQ has a ultimate good pressure on the survivors, but this team of survivors really outdid themselves. Those communication, the assist going in for the late game, they tried their best to. I mean, they really did their best to protect the Enchantress on that last late game. They hold it.
Yeah, honestly, I think it was, again, they want to go for the Postman, but the Postman was able to be able to kite for so long and had the Mercenary support. The Mercenary being able to drop the pallet in the triple pallet side was very key, because once he was able to do that, it kind of broke like to go for that Postman. And he had to shift targets, and luckily enough, the Enchantress was there, but I think they really wanted to go for that. Like a moth to the flame, the BQ bit and went for the Enchantress. Yes, the Cypher progress was a little slow at the start, but once accelerated decoding happened and the Postman was free to just give letters here and there, it really was felt, and you saw how the BQ kind of struggled there. I mean, it was the Mercenary knew where the dungeon was located towards the end game. He was the one to take the last kite, even though he had no resources. And honestly, that's why Mercenary is one of the most sought-after survivors. Yes, he's not priority banned, but you know what? Seeing a performance like that, you kind of feel I need to ban this Mercenary come game number 2. Unfortunately, this is only a best of 1, and the Heartless Gods of Egypt will be getting the first points in their group.
Oh, that would be the without the heart, right?
They're without the heart. The Heartless.
There we go. Yes. But yeah, they Mercenary, because of that delay, that helped the team and helped Mercenary to go to that dungeon, to go where he wants, because 20 seconds of delay damage, that's quite awful a lot. But I think we're going to have a little break and fast break, so more of IVA after we get back.
Progress, and we also have Mercenary Cypher, which was the first one that he did. We're going to see a mirror here. That's pretty irrelevant mirror. Even if you're able to get that hit, that is okay. We do see that rescue come off here. Mercenary needs to body block this as long as possible. Blink is on cooldown, mirror is on cooldown, no Tide Turner. That's irrelevant because, again, you can't kill without the mirror here as the Bloody Queen. Mercenary is going to just go around here. They're going to try to take as many hits as possible. Missing that palace, and Mercenary needs to catch up to the Priestess and be able to body block this next mirror so the Starvers can fire down these last Cypher twos. They have the time to do so, but that's the idea of psychologist healing there, is that you now give yourself enough time. We're going to see a triple body block. Patient gets a drop down hit. That's not ideal here. You have to force attack recovery so you can extend that time as long as possible.
Okay, waiting for him to drop down. It's the Priestess that drops down, but no, it is the Mercenary that ate that hit. One Cypher still remains. Psychologist is hot on that Cypher, and now they're forced to chair the Patient. Now,
way there as Mercenary can have to elbow pad away you have to elbow pad to a point where you're breaking that line of sight, and in this case, it's just, it's not working out here. We're going to see Batter come in potentially for a harass, but again, Batter can struggle here against this hook, because all you have to do is land that hook, get that hit, and yeah, there's another free hit. They are able to, I thought they were going for that body block. We're going to see them go ahead and drop a trap, so even if this does happen, he's going to land in the trap. Yeah, he's not able to get the harass off anyways, and he's going to be scared for the second time.
Man, the way that Oxygen was able to snipe out from afar, and another one. He is a sniper on this game. Distance to go for that rescue.
Yeah, with Mercenary getting cut off this far, they may not even go for it at all. He takes the hit there, and he's going to push the save. I think Sculptor might have full presence now because of that insolence. Let's see, actually. Going to go for that rescue. We're going to see, yeah, full presence actually getting that hit there. One chip. They were able to get the save, though. Can he get the double hit on Mercenary as well? He is able to get the double hit on Mercenary. Acrobat has a few bombs to work with here, but it's going to be difficult. This is not a great area to kite, especially against a Sculptor with full presence. Tries over that mind game, gets to the vault into him, and he should still be able to get that hit there. There's that first chip, and I don't think there's any chance of making it to the window there before you.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, great job hiding the red light, just forcing him to make that jump, and this will be the first down and out. The delayed effect on his passive there is definitely going to be hard. Now we see him, yeah, he has to utilize that elbow pad just to get out of dodge, but now the webs are able to, you know, catch up, and he's able to utilize the blink to get the Mercenary. Now the Mercenary has no more skills, no more items to utilize. But it seems like the closest one is the Embalmer. He will have to be very careful. The Mercenary already making his rotation towards this rescue. 2 ciphers remaining. We do note that I think they're priming 2 ciphers at once, and the one's at 71%. He's just being very careful. Now the rescue needs to happen. Tide Turner will be in effect, trying to light up the floor. Mercenary eats 1 chip bomb. Will eat another one. Oh my god. He's waiting for the last possible second, and now stuffs the rescue. This has turned around. Crocoduck now just needs 3 survivors to get the victory here.
Yeah, Mercenary actually could have just waited for that bomb to blow up before going for the chair save there. But instead, yeah, getting a little too greedy there, and this is probably going to be a Tron position. The question is, you know, does this Bonbon have the trump card? We'll see Acrobat coming for this rescue, is able to get that first, and he pushes the Acrobat back. The Cypher Machine is primed. Can he potentially go for the blink and get it on the Acrobat? He's going around the chair to try to bait out the blink, but he didn't fall for it. And now all he's doing, there's the blink, and there's the down. Again, he only needs 3 survivors eliminated, and with the tension, that may be enough there. Again, you saw the Acrobat. He knew blink was coming.
He is a very kiting heavy survivor. Like, he's has average of 60 seconds every time, and now Capcom going for the bomb here, able to get the last minute rescue, has to eat some of these hits. Fear, no, gets stuffed by Corone, and the pressure on the statues were building up a lot. Capcom was
how did Painter get this rescue done? Because it is Mercenary after all. He can buy a lot of time in chair, and we see 2 cypher machines being looked by the CCTV. Painter is painting a painting for disaster right before the rescue. Will he able to finish it? He's going to try to avoid all this.
Ooh, that's really close. I think he finished it. Excitement from the side. Oh, Galatia, he was trying to bait for that terror shock, but yeah, Painter was the brighter one. Wow!
It is going to be a double down for the survivor side, and now the Painter dies right next to the chair, and we see the forward and the Embalmer
automatically apply to the nearest survivor. So yeah, every time that he is done, so you have to be very beware. Yeah,
he gets
such a top tier play, such a top able to predict where the patient was, but yeah, he is now found and is being sprayed by wax over here, just frozen the character. An immediate hit onto the patient, and of course follow up by a normal hit. Patient is immediately down.
Right.
Wow. Going for that cipher, that run has been decoding.
I think they're gonna, force heal. No.
There is going to be excitement coming into place to no one will try to get this prisoner. And then last minute stun.
Incredible, incredible stun coming from that forward.
And the sniper was just
off.
All the survivors are scattered away.
Yeah, that's nice.
Detention.
Yeah.
That can rescue and can give that support of a rebound kite since he does have the tide turner. Now we see that the portal was placed. Has to be careful and not to get double hit here with a flame snipe. Watch out, able to get the hit and gets the terror shock. Disaster. Live. Wow!
And he gets the flame.
Another
terror shot.
The bees trying to stop the rescue from happening, but able to swipe at the bees. Now Enchantress coming to the mix. So far, the flame snipes have been on point. Very purposeful, gets the hit, and he go for another one. This is an ace. Wow.
Longer.
Wow.
We're going to see get utilized here from Spy. He's trying to scare that down. Elbow pad to try to body block in time, and he does not get the body block. Mercenary was just pushing towards the dungeon.
It's open.
Yeah, the gate is open. He's going to mirror. Oh,
holy key, yeah.
With it. There's the holy key. Can he get one time? He gets the hit just in time. What a perfectly timed mirror. A little bit late there, it looks like, and it's going to be a mistime. You can look at that first trip here, though. We should maybe see Cyril come down, drops 3 bombs, gets the hit, and gets it down. And so that's going to be kind of an issue here. We see that first hit on the barmaid here. Can he get a second one? And he does, and he gets another instant.
And probably knows that Sky is back there, already forcing him to utilize the elbow pad, and now the terror shock, Eli. Naru has one book available to utilize, and now constantly always looking behind him. Will he be able to utilize it just in time? He does, and now you just see like they are chasing each other. It's kind of funny how you see the hunter running away from the survivor and unable to crouch again, allowing John Oling to have a head start in actually rotating away. They already popped the Cypher, Eli, so now this is they're really pushing for the tie here, but can the Novelist kite long enough for him to be able to rotate towards that dungeon area?
Yeah, the problem is he does have Blink available, so he should be able to just go for a Blink unless the gate is already open. Wow. It's already open. He goes for the Blink, but he avoids the hit, and he gets the...
From the Postman, not yet getting any hit. He just got only 1 bomb there, but he still managed to get away and drag the Hunter as far as he can from the Cypher machines. Do you think BoBo is going to get the hit here now?
Yeah, I mean, he can, but that's the thing, he doesn't bring Blink. He slow range stun from the forward, allowing the Postman to make the rotation. So very, very beautiful there. He's gonna go for another stun! Amazing! That's more than half the ball gone there, but it's worth it because Postman is at 75% damage. He's trying to go for the pallet stun again.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to IVA June, day number 1 of the group stage, and we saw a 10-0 from the heartless gods of Egypt, but you know, the heart-filled gods of Egypt still have a chance for them to win some points here, but Goodman and Pot Spice will be bringing you the commentary action. Our next matchup, good job man, is going to be Team Kyoto versus Wo Ai Ni. So, I know NTT is listening. I know Wo Ai You, no Wo Ai Ni, Wo Ai We. I don't know. But give us your thoughts on what to expect here. Good job, man.
I think these two teams are... we haven't seen them in the last IVA, but this time around they reached the top 16. And GTO, I think as far as I know, I already played with some of those players, and I think that's before. But right now, I don't know if it's still the same players, and I bet you not. They are actually they're really good in those high tiers. So this could be a high tier team that we have here on QTO.
Yeah, actually, there's some members of Team BL that's in Kyoto, so I'm really excited to see that. And honestly, for them to reach the top 16 of IVA, that really means you're one of the best of the best here. It's hard enough for the teams to reach this far since they have to do an elimination. They have to go through elimination. That's like best of one. Here, it's still pretty much the same. Just for them to get to the playoffs, that's when we're going to see the best of three. But for now, they still have to kind of have that same mindset. But what's interesting here is that if they get a tie with the other team, let's say tie in terms of points, we will play a tiebreaker. In the elimination phase, like that was off stream, they just go for hunter kill time or hunter or survivor escape time. So here stakes are a little bit higher.
Oh, that's actually nice. So there will be another game of the tiebreaker. If it's tied, then it will be another game, right?
Yeah, but knowing people in the prod, you look at the script. I don't know. It seems like we might see some knockouts. Who knows? We saw 10-0 now, and I don't know if we're gonna see more of that. But I'm excited to see some amazing action. So aside from this match we're about to witness, which is Kyoto versus Wo Aini, the third match of the day, it's going to be Team BoBo versus Clayless. We all know BoBo being an amazing team. I'm not sure. I have to see the lineup of the team before anything else, but I know, Quan Lee in the previous one was in Team BoBo, did really well. He had an amazing Seer Kite in the previous IVA. And last but not least, we have NM versus the wild card winner, which is Team Winter. So those are the matches for today. And also, before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, just want to give a shout out to a lot of people that are watching, and also a shout out to the teams, because we're about to showcase the team of Wo Aini versus Team Kyoto. Good job, man. Talk us through QTO.
Yo, as you said, this is a hybrid of BL, so this would be interesting as we'll be able to see some high tier players that already experienced some high tier tournaments that been released on the past IDV tournaments here. So we have oh god, I can't read this. We have survivors. I love Karel. We got Heyu, Potato, Mini Blue, and Tofu. And for the hunter, we got Shen.
Yeah, honestly, Mini Blue, a name that pops out. I love Carol, but it's probably Carol or a supporter of Carol. But no, wow, Wo Aini, hashtag Team Wo Aini, ladies and gentlemen. Objection, lack of foundation. Someone loves, Phoenix right over there with the objection there. But we have Camille Vasquez, we have Elaine Bredoff, we have Amber. Wow, we have, oh my gosh. All right, this is a bit of a trial case we're going. Oh no, I get it now. My dog stepped on a bee. Okay, I get you. I like, okay, I see you, Wo Aini. I see you. All right. Make sure not to keep these players on your bed, because you might find some unwanted specimens on your bed if you guys are following the Amber Heard trial. But yeah, hopefully your dog is okay with the dog stepping on a bee. But yeah, that's Team Wo Aini, ladies and gentlemen. This is, God, yeah, even Camille Vasquez is actually the Johnny Depp's lawyer. I'm like, they got the talent. These guys did their homework. My dog stepped in a bee. So there you have it. Team Wo Aini, ladies and gentlemen, versus Team Kyoto. We will be referring to them as their survivor and hunter names, because I don't know, be like, oh my god, Johnny Depp, can he make the escape? Is it gonna happen? Johnny Depp, he's free from the case, the trial.
I haven't watched the full case of that.
That's okay. That's fine. It's just it's a very messy trial. I think they ruled in favor of Johnny Depp, but who knows? I wonder who this will be in favor of. Will it be Team Wo Aini or Team Kyoto? Let's head on over to the picks and bans, and I want everyone in chat to also make some noise for which team they're rooting for. Will it be Team Wo Aini or Team Kyoto?
Yo, welcome to the first half of the round one between these two teams. So we'll be having QTO as the first hunter on the first half here. We got Judge, Penny, Johnny Depp, Ellen Bread, and Camille on the survivors of YEK. Yeah. And first man, forward.
Interesting. So they allowed Priestess to come in. I wonder if they have a dedicated priestess in their team to utilize. And Kyuto's YT over here. A very known name. I think we've seen YT before. I'm not quite sure, but if they have the likes of Mini Blue on the team, I'm pretty sure this hunter means business. So let's see how this one is going to pan out. Also, just want to give quick shout outs to Bunny. We also have Chantel. We got Lena that just joined us. Sada, as always, being here. Soy Milk also listening to us here as well. Let me tell you this, chat. If you think I'm the seer, Soy Milk is going to predict the hunter here. I'm telling you, she's going to predict the hunter here in chat. And she will be doing that with the greatest of ease. So, Soy Milk, I'm putting you on notice. You are the seer for today. Hopefully, you can give the predictions to chat. While we wait for the rest of the picks and bans here.
Damn. And the same, I think, map will be Every Sleeping Town, as you can see on the screen. Okay, it's starting. Every Sleeping Town with Priestess and Seer as their first two picks of survivors. This is expected for WEK to pick those needed survivors, the strong survivors on this map, Priestess and even Seer.
What were you saying, good man? Did you disrespect my Ever Sleeping Town?
Did you disrespect? He's paying rent there, NTT.
How dare you? Hey guys.
Hello. I saw you say, "Wo I me, wo I you, wo I we." And Batter is gonna be banned. So this is interesting. Yeah, YUT just prioritizing stunners, but you have two of the greatest support survivors here, and you still have Mercenary to come in. So they could actually go from Mercenary Mechanic, if ever. You can go from Mercenary Patient, Mercenary Acrobat, Mercenary Psychologist. There's a lot to work with here, but they're going to lock in the Acrobat first. I wonder if they're going to prioritize the Mercenary.
Yeah, that would be good. And Little Girl on the last pick for the Survivor. Only them, but
interesting.
You might guess the hunter, since the two stunners are out, Forward and Batter. It might be, I don't know, Bonbon or a chip damage hunter that counters. Oh, there we have it. It's Bonbon.
Yeah. The Seer's Owl is definitely negated, but you do have the silencing power of the Acrobat. And also, Bonbon, great hunter. In a map like this, though, he's going to have to be very careful traversing it because each step is very long for Bonbon. Like, he's got stubby legs, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's going to be a little tough for him to traverse, especially with the Priestess loose. Now, I'm excited for some Little Girl. We saw how well the Clerk did, but now, you know what, Little Girl, I tried using this Survivor. I still don't get the timing of her pages, but rest assured, I've seen some high-level gameplay where those pages, and then also she's able to be the... I don't know what the name of the skill is, but when she becomes a stand ability, and she's just like just riding along, or what do we call it?
Bind.
It's called bind. We have to think of a cuter way of saying it. I don't know. She's like she's like the guardian angel or something. I don't know. Yeah, but I'll say bind. All right, cool. I've been watching too much JoJo, dude. I've been looking at. No, it's not a bonbon. It's breaking wheel. Okay, so I'm not surprised. I am definitely not surprised. This is a hunt. Interesting that. Well, again. Just like what I said with Seer, Priestess doesn't scare the breaking wheel. The breaking wheel just goes into the wheel form. The owl, though, that we've seen a lot of good owl blocks on the spikes. So let's see how Judge Penny will fare up against the breaking wheel.
Damn. Plus banning those two stunner supports. And that could be a free walk during a normal forward breaking wheel. You wanted to make sure that none of the stunners will be picked and make sure that his walking time, and that will be the first spawn from Shen going in with a persona of 12-9 here. Confined Space and Insolence.
Ooh, finding two survivors, and the Seer is actually going to be the one that's going to be focused on. Already has one spike in, has the owl, and look at that. Able to trap him, but now he can use the owl early on here just to get the decides not to, and now Judge Penny will have to try and transition away, probably kite out in the open now that he's back into wheel form, and we see the flywheel being utilized to just avoid that spike.
Nicely done by S3rd. Right in time, but one spike on his back, I think that'll be a one snap away to getting down of that one. That'll be the first chair of this game.
Yeah, first chair on the seer side, but now we see that the portal is already placed here. It seems like Acrobat and Priestess are in this area. Priestess probably having tied here, and now forcing him to just try to circle back, and now you need to save when he's out of that wheel form. We do see that he's probably going to go for the rescue here. Acrobat able to just be in the immediate area. Now Seer can siphon an owl here.
Nice. So that's the owl activating from Judge Penny here, but portal is still there. Oh, they're still guessing or joking out who's going in the portal, and there we have it. Shen going in for the portal. Penny will try to take that advantage of that distance, going in the normal form from Shen and putting on one trap to slow Penny here, dropping that pallet, but got connected on that pallet.
Yeah, that was an expensive pallet drop. He was definitely slowed down at that side, but yeah, this breaking wheel really just focusing on this area, which is kind of harassing the progress on the cipher that the Acrobat is working on. 4 survivors still remaining. Little Girl does have wanted order, and Acrobat just seems to wants to buy a little more time for Kyuto to try and go into that wheel form. And now Acrobat is priming for this rescue. It's still a little too early, but he goes for that rescue anyway. No tide turner, so this Seer needs to kite for as long as he can. He does have an owl already, good man.
Oh, nice! That will be an 8-second transition.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little too early there, because now YT could just wait it out, and this is still out in the open, and now it just goes for the hit. As we said, yeah, the owl. Again, he was able to siphon one, but yeah, YT having a little bit of patience there, just baiting it out. He felt that the owl was there, a little quick on the draw, and now the Seer will be heading out of the game.
That was Shen being patient on that Seer. He knows that owl is coming in, and we have 3 ciphers remaining left. Judge is already out of the game, but it seems like the little girl will be dropping from the second floor. First spike on her back. It seems like with that, I think Camille just used that to transition away or distance to gain that a little distance on her favor. But Shen is, I think he's going to have a big trouble here between his 2 pallets. Camille is being disciplined about these 2 pallets on this one. 2 spikes on her back. I think Shen will try his best to hit him, but that page, Shen was able to dodge it. Camille going for the second floor, trying to see if he'll be able to juke out Shen here, but no, still follow up. Page on there, hitted Shen, gaining another distance away from Shen, and with that vault, Camille, with that snap, that's damage.
Yeah, but now already transitioning towards this long portal. Knew that she will be falling down, but now there's a little bit of a cleanup. Now the little girl is being healed up by the priestess, but he's gonna have to make haste because this breaking wheel could just zip on past there. Luckily enough, it's on the second floor. Let's see if she'll be able to heal up in time, because just like that, breaking wheel is already here. Priestess, Johnny Depp, you gotta run for your life, sir. And we see that Camille Vasquez is outside, trying to juke out in the open. Now, this is actually a really strong area, but forcing him to actually go out of wheel form, and now tries to go for another snap, but no, created enough distance for that cooldown time. Camille Vasquez is on the run here, but now he's just waiting for him to close out that distance for him to get that snap, because 2 spikes means that this little girl will be falling down.
Yes, with 15 seconds left to go on that spot, Camille must find a way to gain much distance away from that skill range, but unfortunately that trap will be trapping her. Camille will take it down here with 1 cipher remaining here, Poch. Holy damn.
Yeah, and actually this is great progress. We do see that the priestess is working on that last cipher. Acrobat is on his way for that rescue. The cipher is over at the fake gate, so I have to be very mindful of where we will be looking at, ladies and gentlemen. And now we see that the Acrobat using that slow bomb just to create more of distance, to close out the distance to go for this rescue. Acrobat able to utilize it. A little too short for that hit. Acrobat does fall, but now they pop the cipher, so now we're reaching the end of this matchup.
Yo, I think Shen will be changing target, trying to see if someone's opening the gate. And Johnny Depp is on that portal. Shen will be chasing Johnny Depp out just to see if he can take down early as possible here to clean up these survivors. But I think he's going back to Camille. Camille, little girl, is just running away, trying to see if he can open Kite effectively. But 2 spikes on her back. 1 page! Almost had it with that snap, but that page comes in right on time. I think I think he needs to hit him 1 normal attack, and Little Girl doesn't have any.
He needs to hit him, yeah. He definitely needs to hit him because this could actually go for a 3-person escape. The dungeon is right there, but now you see that Camille Vasquez has to have 1 page to utilize. You see that the survivors have already opened up the gate, able to move away from the page, and now this is going to be a little tough. The survivors have already exited the game. The dungeon is here. Camille Vasquez is going to have to make a decision and make it quick. And now we see that the patience game, oh, he's going to try to go for it. Is he going to be able to hit him? Not quite able to get it. A 3-person escape. I'm just glad my boy Johnny is out of the map. There we go. Johnny has escaped, ladies and gentlemen.
Johnny Depp taking the case safely. But damn, that was actually a good discipline coming from Camille here with a 149 second of containing the hunter. That pages used efficiently as much as possible, gaining more distance away from Shen here, and to that last final showdown between those two, Camille was able to slip up to the Breaking Wheel's grasp and was able to take the 3-man escape.
Yeah. Honestly, it was the last few seconds was very nerve-wracking because he did try swinging, and if that hit connected, the little girl had 2 spikes. She would have fallen, and just the attack recovery was enough for the little girl to escape, for Camille Vasquez to make that dungeon escape. But good job, man. Let's take it back to like the highlights, because it was the Seer to take that first kite, and it was actually looking like a hunter win, or like a hunter-paced game.
Yeah, same here, because he was able to catch a Seer on the very first phase of the game. The owl, Shen was able to wait patiently for the consecutive owls that Seer was using, and the support coming from the priestess that actually made a turn. Seer was able to juke the Breaking Wheel, Shen, out of that portal. Shen went into the portal and gained more seconds to like a breathing room for Seer.
Yeah, honestly, the communication, and I hate to break it to everyone, but Pollen has kind of fallen, or I would say maybe survivors have figured out how to face a Pollen now, because we saw how they were healing up, how they were kiting. They did really well, and that looked like a tied game, but it got 3-1, and I'm going to take it back to the elimination matches we watched. Good job, man, because I don't think we've seen dominant Pollens. We've seen more dominant Geishas. We've seen more dominant Bonbons. Bonbons has been so crazy in the elimination matches that has been so effective. So honestly, when you said Bonbon, I was like, I can see that happening in this map, because even though this is a map that Pollen thrives well in, if you have a team that's so good and so well coordinated, like Woaini, they did amazingly for them to be able to individually kite and also support each other. You saw when the little girl started to run out of resources, she knew, all right, there's a portal ready for me over at the fake gate. All right, bet. I'm going to go there. I'm going to heal. I'm going to get healed up by the priestess. We're going to keep containing this hunter and get the victory. And they just did that.
Yes, very true. I like the way she used this. And but yeah, I think we're going to have a little itsy short break, so more of IVA after this break, guys.
50% progress, and we also have Mercenary Cypher, which was the first one that he did. We're going to see a mirror here that's pretty irrelevant mirror. Even if you're able to get that hit, that is okay. We do see that rescue come off here. Mercenary needs to body block this as long as possible. Blink is on cooldown, mirror is on cooldown, no Tide Center, that's irrelevant because, again, you can't kill without the mirror here as the Bloody Queen. Mercenary is going to just go around here. They're going to try to take as many hits as possible. Missing that Palace, and Mercenary needs to catch up to do the Priestess and be able to body block this next mirror so the survivors can fire down these last Cypher 2s. They have the time to do so, but that's the idea of Psychologist healing there, is that you now give yourself enough time. We're going to see a triple body block. Page gets a drop down hit. That's not ideal here. You have to force attack recovery so you can extend that time as long as possible.
Okay, waiting for him to drop down. It's the Priestess that drops down, but no, it is the Mercenary that ate that hit. One Cypher still remains. Psychologist is hot on that Cypher, and now they're forced to chair the patient. Now,
way there, as Mercenary, you have to elbow pad away. You have to elbow pad to a point where you're breaking that line of sight, and in this case, it's just, it's not working out here. We're going to see Batter come in potentially for a harass, but again, Batter can struggle here against this hook, because all you have to do is land that hook, get that hit, and yeah, there's another free hit. They are able to, I thought they were going for that body block. We're going to see them go ahead and drop a trap, so even if this does happen, he's going to land in the trap. Yeah, he's not able to get the harass off anyways, and he's going to be scared for the second time.
man, the way that Oxygen was able to snipe out from afar, and another one. He is a sniper on this game. Distance go for that rescue.
Yeah, with Mercenary getting cut off this far, they may not even go for it at all. He takes the hit there, and he's going to push the save. I think Sculptor might have full presence now because of that influence. Let's see, actually. Going to go in for that rescue. We're going to see, yeah, full presence actually getting that hit there. One chip. They were able to get the save, though. Can he get the double hit on Mercenary as well? He is able to get the double hit on Mercenary. Acrobat has a few bombs to work with here, but it's going to be difficult. This is not a great area to kite, especially against a Sculptor with full presence.
Whoa!
Right over that mind game, gets to the vault into him, and he should still be able to get that hit there. There's that first chip, and I don't think there's any chance of making it to the window there before you.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, great job hiding the red light, just forcing him to make that jump, and this will be the first down and out. The delayed effect on his passive there is definitely going to be hard. Now we see him, yeah, he has to utilize that elbow pad just to get out of dodge, but now the webs are able to, catch up, and he's able to utilize the blink to get the Mercenary. Now the Mercenary has no more skills, no more items to utilize. But it seems like the closest one is the Embalmer. He will have to be very careful though. Mercenary already making his rotation towards this rescue. 2 ciphers remaining. We do note that I think they're priming 2 ciphers at once, and the one's at 71%. He's just being very careful. Now the rescue needs to happen. Tide Turner will be in effect, trying to light up the floor. Mercenary eats 1 chip bomb. Will eat another one. Oh my god. He's waiting for the last possible second, and now stuffs the rescue. This has turned around. Crocoduck now just needs 3 survivors to get the victory here.
Yeah, Mercenary actually could have just waited for that bomb to blow up before going for the chair save there. But instead, yeah, getting a little too greedy there, and this is probably going to be a drawn position. The question is, does this Bonbon have the trump card? Which the Acrobat coming for this rescue is able to get that first. And he pushes the Acrobat back. The Cypher Machine is primed. Can he potentially go for the blink to get it on the Acrobat? He's going around the chair to try to bait out the blink, but he didn't fall for it. And now all he's doing, there's the blink, and there's the down. Again, he only needs 3 survivors eliminated, and with the tension that may be enough there. Again, you saw the Acrobat. He knew blink was coming.
He is a very kiting heavy survivor. Like he has average of 60 seconds every time, and now Capcom going for the bomb here, able to get the last minute rescue, has to eat some of these hits. Fear, no, gets stuffed by Corone, and the pressure on the statues were building up a lot. Capcom was
See how the Painter gets this rescue done, because it is Mercenary after all. He can buy a lot of time in chair, and we see 2 Cypher machines being looked by the CCTV. Painter is painting a painting for disaster right before the rescue. Will he able to finish it?
Welcome back again, everyone. And this is again going to deliver you some action-packed, fast-paced commentary with continuing on to the second half. But this time around, we're going in for the second half of the 2 teams with switching sides. So, Poch, what can you say for the previous first half that we have between QTO and WEK?
Well, I'll share the same sentiments as NTT, like and Red too. It's like, wow, honestly, QTO was one of the teams I was like all right, you know what? They seem like one of the strongest teams, and Woaini, I thought that it was going to be kind of evenly matched, but not to this point where Woaini actually trumped the Hunter of Kyoto. So, 3-1. I know Kyoto's survivors are really strong, so we could be looking at a potential tie situation. We're not quite sure just yet, but yeah, honestly, I'm putting some respect in the name of Woaini at this point because they did amazingly in how they were able to face adversity early on, having the Seer out of the game in a pretty crucial part, and they were still able to not only kite individually, but also get rescues, communicate, and also just support each other in Ever Sleeping Town, which is basically a pollen map.
Yeah, the way they was able to get a breathing room on each second, that's actually very helpful to them because they can think more clearly. Even though that's 3 seconds or 4 seconds, that would actually help them to think or transition to what's plan is going to be used next against this pollen.
Yeah, especially when you deal with pollen, right? You already know, we saw the build. It was 12-9. So the insolence kind of worked in a sense that the snaps were there, but honestly, I was looking through the chat as well, and the little girl was able to establish 2 pages that canceled out the snap. And we saw how well they were able to just establish that distance, make the rounds in the 2-story middle part of the map, and really countered the pollen. They didn't even bring a mercenary. They went with Priestess, Acrobat, Little Girl, and Seer, which is a very supportive lineup and very kite-heavy lineup. And they played that composition really well.
And the way that I see Insolence used on the Breaking Wheel, that's can actually cut some players off guard because as we can see on the first kite, between Seer and the Breaking Wheel, Insolence was activated. Seer was I think Seer was caught off guard on there, so one spike on his back, and that's a snap. That actually took care of him, and that will be a first knockout on that 5-star Mania, as we saw on that first phase of the game. It's actually nice.
Yeah, I know that blind. What's that? Hindsight is 2020, but honestly, I feel like with how survivors are now, I think the tension is needed more than ever. I know that it's uncommon for that build to be in a pollen, but maybe just the way he built that from Insolence and the up build, which is confined space, it's really gearing towards very aggressive start, gaining presence early on. But I really feel like the meta has definitely shifted to survivor side. I mean, even in IVL, you see that hunters like PPX and whatnot, they just go for ties because that's how crazy these survivor teams have been doing so far. And I think we're going to see an evolution of that come the next games that we're about to see. And we are ready to see the picks and bans coming into the second half of Ever Sleeping Town. So let's see how Benjamin will be doing on the side of the Hunter. And we have Kyoto survivors here with Mini Blue, Mini Heiyu, Potato, and Tsukasa.
Hey, we'll be having a switching sides this time around. This will be a second half with, as you said, WK Benjamin really playing as the Hunter, and Winnie Blue, Heiyu, Potato, and Tsukasa. QTO. First ban, Seer. That's out of the game for the second half.
It just seems like this composition once again is they might be gearing towards the Breaking Wheel, because if you're allowing him to go for the Priestess, you're leaving that open to the table, and I'm sure that they're going to go for that. But what do you think? Good job, man.
I think I have same thought as you as well too, because seems like first pick forward, but what will be the second pick? First forward is a good pick, so they're ready. There we go, Priestess. Forward and Priestess, very good pick here, especially to the Priestess on the Ever Sleeping Town. Very versatile on this one, because she can use portals long way on these obstacles, and even forward just in case some hunters that needed to be stunned, just like a Bonbon or win chip damage. So let's wait and see if we'll be seeing another Breaking Wheel here, and Enchantress will be the second ban here.
Yeah, honestly, this is actually a good counter to the breaking wheel having the forward and priestess, because the forward can just hit him out of the AoE effect when he exits the wheel form. Now, having the Enchantress has been really making her rounds in competitive, and we did see the Enchantress in the previous match, so I would say a decent pick. And honestly, Benjamin, once Benjamin gets that tie, they can call themselves the winner. So that's all he needs to go for. While side of the survivors, they want all survivors out to claim victory. But if they get 3-1, then we're going to see a tiebreaker. And now Novelist and Acrobat are going to be locked in for the survivors.
Yo, each one of them have high chance of surviving on this one. They don't have the decoder, but still their team is on a tenacity composition where they would last even more and even has an ability to support each one another. And breaking will be used once again on this map by Benjamin. Breaking will between this team of survivors. So what do you think, Watch?
Yeah, honestly, with how the game played out in the previous one, I wonder what are the changes that Benjamin will be utilizing here. Because forward priestess kind of deters you from actually picking the breaking wheel. And not alone, the novelist as well. He could siphon that book pretty easy. And before a breaking, you could actually, they fixed this before, but before you could actually go utilize the book and then go into wheel form, the breaking wheel. So luckily, yeah, they took that out though, because that was crazy. Me and Nell, Nell told it to me and we tried it out, and then they took it out because that was way overpowered. That could have been a hard counter on breaking wheel.
That's actually true. You changing its position, then you go pip, going to drift away, and even going to normal form, then go bump the train. Damn, that's overpowered to be exact.
Yeah, but the novelist now I feel like is in a good spot. We've seen some great novelist gameplay in Southeast Asia, and I can't wait to see how Benjamin will try to counter this composition, which I feel like they're ready for a breaking wheel. So it's really 50-50 at this point. But win conditions are clear for Kyoto. If they want to win and not push for a tiebreaker, they need all survivors escape. While Woaine's Benjamin just needs to get a tie just to claim victory over Kyoto.
Yes, that is right. But thinking about the team composition, I think Benjamin needs to be careful around the acrobat, forward, and even novelist when in normal form, because that will be the great time for these three survivors to enter and just disrupt him while in normal form, because that is the only time breaking wheel can be stunned, even silenced.
True. So now Graveyard Spawn on the side of the breaking wheel has his options to go towards the middle, go towards the fake gate. Tsubasa will actually be in the area, and it is the novelist. Novelist already siphoning a book here. He's probably gonna get a book by the time he's able to get these spikes, because that's definitely a big counter. And now he's able to finish off that book. Tries to go for a trap here, but no, Tsubasa able to establish enough distance and able to drop down this pallet.
That's a beautiful open card by Tsukasa right there. The only weakness of breaking wheel is actually an open card, and I was also surprised that I heard that open card to breaking wheel. That's impossible. Then I just saw it with my 2 eyes that it is an open card against breaking wheel. So that is very effective.
Yeah, it was honestly a good trade-off for the novelist, because not only was he already built up a book, he's already in a pretty good area, and he already forced the breaking wheel out of the wheel form. So Benjamin has to be very careful, because like you said, one of the stunners is actually on his radar, which is the novelist, and now he can just utilize that book, and he'll establish enough distance if timed well, and he's still in full health. And I wasn't able to see the persona build. I'm not quite sure what he brought with him, but he's gonna have to gain presence and gain it quick, because with the priestess loose, and we saw like the acrobat there as well as the novelist. I mean, it's gonna be really tough if this game lasts for a while for our hunter.
Yes, that's actually right. Novelist already got one book, and Benjamin needs to be careful around that pod because 2-drop pallets, and I think Chukasa has an idea on how to use that book efficiently. But guessing a breaking wheel, I think he's going back to Wilform just to put enough spikes on his back, just to take that one-hit finish to Chukasa. Just to prevent that book from being used.
Actually, I was kind of surprised that he baited him to come out of wheel form right away because now he has to transfer back into wheel form. I'm not sure if the cooldown time is already done. And this 11, these rows are so good for kiting a breaking wheel, especially when he doesn't have those extended spikes because you can just keep going back and forth the window. And I think the novelist is in a pretty good spot here. So again, it's just a technical pause. We're just gonna wait and see what the issue is, and we'll get back into the action when we can. But first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, just giving shout outs to people again. I'll give that shout outs in a bit because we're gonna go straight into the match.
Yes, we're back at here again with Benjamin finding another target with Mini Blue here, going in for the acrobat on the wheel form, trying to see if he'll be able to put one spike. But I think Mini Blue is trying to really well played with the turns, and that is one spike on his back. Mini Blue will still use the scouting area, not dropping the pallets obviously, and Mini Blue will be on his second spike. Tram blocking his way, and that will be a drop pallet almost.
Yeah, the blink would actually clip him if ever. He was the sandwich situation, but now Benjamin Chu is still undeterred here. He's going to keep going. Now he's able to block, goes for the slow, blinks away from it just to establish some distance. And now the novelist interrupting and going for the slow area here, Tsubasa now. And you saw that he was able to crouch just for a bit there, so that's so important. And now he's able to get a hit. Oh, wow, baits the flywheel for him to go for a regular hit. Acrobat now breaking that line of sight. And now let's see, Benjamin Chu, will he still go for the novelist? He's going to go upstairs.
Oh, going for the Chukasa is a pretty good move, but he needs to take the Chukasa as much as possible because he's gaining another book from looking at his face. So Benjamin must try his hard. Chukasa is trying to transition on that graveyard. Oh, with that second spike on his back, that will be one snap, but no! Book coming from Novelist there, nicely well done! Yo!
Yeah, honestly, the timing of that, and now Benjamin Chu just keeps going back and forth here. Now focusing on this priestess because the novelist is in a pretty strong area now. So it just seems like he's investing time and effort in each of these survivors, but they are definitely playing the role. Priestess able to utilize another flywheel here just to avoid the first spike, but now another spike lands, and now this priestess in a windowed part of this area here is definitely doing really well. 2 spikes now, so this is super important for Benjamin Chu. Let's see, he goes for it. It's transforming here, but now the pallet drop was there. Novelist is all healed up. Acrobat, no more spikes. Priestess has to be very careful. Has one more portal to utilize, and he utilizes it right there.
There we have it. Heyu is doing a good job of kiting Benjamin. Oh, holy damn! They're going to use the 10 movement speed, but no! That spike on the trap! Great combination. That will be Heyu going down with that one hit. But forward. He's right on the corner. Nice assist by Potato. Yo, nice stun. No!
There was a quite the short stun. It was excellent. I thought he was actually gonna go for like a body block there, but it seems like the stun wasn't long enough, and now the priestess is down. He's gonna try to put some spikes on this forward just to stop him from trying to go for another balloon hit rescue here. Forward utilizing that flywheel just to not get that second hit. Let's see, he drops a trap. Let's see if he's going to pick up, and now goes for another hit, and this is going to last way longer. And now the priestess able to lose line of sight, and now it's time for the forward to take a kite. Everyone has been kiting for a while now, and the forward eats that hit. One more chip damage, and he'll be falling down, but everyone is actually... No one has hit the rocket chair yet, good man.
2 Cyphers remaining here. Benjamin needs to take one down at least as fast as he can now. He's just trying to pressure and trying to find the right targets on this one, and seems like Mini Blue will be taking that spike from that full presence breaking wheel. It seems like Mini Blue will try to use his acrobat ball, going in for that white ball, entering that tram, but no! Spike will cancel it out, forcing Mini Blue out of that tram. Mini Blue is on the run from this wheeling form by Benjamin.
Yeah, Mini Blue again. He had the right idea there, but the spike activation would just get him out of there. But now Mini Blue still had some bombs to work with, and now he's gonna go towards the long portal here that Tsukasa is in the fake gate. He's able to utilize the white bomb just for him to go to the long one, and now it is the Novelist that is trying to siphon another book here. And now you saw that he was able to turn his back away from that Novelist. So Benjamin Chu has to be very careful. He's gonna work on this area. Acrobat is long gone, but he is down. So Benjamin Chu now focusing on this Novelist. Again, another flywheel. Beautiful timing on all these survivors.
Oh, or Tsukasa, who got this one book and trying to see if he can make Benjamin far away on this one, but no resource here. Tsukasa going to use this one pallet left from this kiting area. Almost had it. Nicely well done. Drop on that one. And I think they're going to use this kiting area as much as possible by Tsukasa.
Take note also, Blink is already online. I actually thought he was going to utilize that Blink to try and hit the Novelist, but Novelist now has 2 spikes, so a hit would be so important. Actually 3 already. Now he's able to get the trap here. They don't have the Cypher primed in time. Priestess is still working on it, but this is the Novelist's first time on this rocket share, so this kind of forces Benjamin to hold on to this this trait. I'm not sure if he did bring detention. I kind of forget what the persona build is, but now forward is going to get spotted out to try and go for this rescue. Oh, there's the persona build. It's same build. Yeah.
And it seems like Benjamin still got this. He need to at least to take pressure on that last Cypher. As you can see here, it's on 80%, so it's forcing him to...
Wow.
Nicely done by that flywheel effect again. Nice stun coming from that Priestess. 1 Cypher remaining left.
And it is with the Priestess over here at Corner House, allowing the other survivors to heal up and just trying to open another Cypher up if ever. Now we see that the Priestess kiting out in the open here has 2 spikes on him. Mini Heiyu has to be very careful not to eat this hit, and the hit does connect. Acrobat is in this area though, and we do see that the other 2 survivors are working on the Cypher over at Fake It, so they are split pushing one, and we do see that Benjamin Chu might go for the basement here.
Oh, that would be a great idea to put more pressure on the survivors. Hopefully he will reach on time. Will he reach on time on dropping that survivor? There we have it. They're creating another Cypher here, but it's already primed as we can see it here by the forward.
Yeah, we see that the Acrobat utilizing the Tide Turner to try and just escort the Priestess out of here. Just goes for a drop hit to cancel out the animation. Luckily, that was the Acrobat. Priestess will eat that hit, and now they have to go for... They're not going to go for the pop. They will go for that pop. Excuse me. And now we see that the Novelist is actually at that exit gate already.
Yo, that is right. Heiyu is on the run from Chu. And I think Benjamin Chu will go in for that gate, as we can see here. Tsukasa and Potato on the vicinity. Going
Novelist
in
has a
for
book,
that
though. Novelist now going to the timeout corner here. Novelist can't eat 1 hit, and now we are going to see him utilize the flywheel just to establish the distance away from that trap, and Novelist is still siphoning another book. He's so close to gaining another one. Forward still has a little bit of football to utilize. The area here doesn't have the dungeon, and now Forward trying to make his rotations around, forcing him to be chased, and now Forward is going to eat this hit, and they need to get this rescue going. Novelist already has a book ready.
The gate is already open. The 1 book ready for Novelist here. Tsukasa will try his best to actually disrupt Benjamin here, but with the trim... Oh, almost had it with that one. And I think Benjamin will try to just put a pressure on here. I think Benjamin will try to pick up, try to sit him on this one. Close by the gate.
Yeah, this over here at the he's gonna actually try and wow, I actually thought he's gonna go for dropping here in the corner. So interesting strategy. He's gonna try to go for a bleed out strategy, but let's see how this works out. Again, they really need to go for all survivors out if they want to claim victory. Now forcing the forward, and now the speed boost. They switch sides. Novelist taking control of this forward just to give him a little bit of that boost. Priestess is also here to try and escort him out of the exit gate, and it seems like they have a free path to go for the exit, good man.
Yo, Heiyu, open gate, Potato. That will be the
Snap?
3rd spike. Oh!
Yeah.
Snap!
But the thing is, the forward still has yet to see a rocket chair, so again, they can attempt this situation once again. No one is injured. Priestess does have a little bit of a hit, but we do see can Benjamin Chu lock him in the basement. The forward is struggling. He's able to struggle free. Can he make it out? He needs a little bit of support here. Let's see if anyone can go for the body block. We do see an interception coming in from the Acrobat. Can he make it in time?
Oh, everyone is here trying to support Potato here, but Benjamin Chu with that wheel form trying to put spikes on everyone here at this gate. Will he go in the normal form? There we have it.
The Novelist
missed it.
moving him away, and the Novelist only has one spike. Novelist could actually make it out of there, and we see GGs are going to be called, ladies and gentlemen. Kyoto with a comeback victory here. They win this one. It is a 6-3. So, beautiful performance by QTO.
Yo, that was actually a really great game there. As you can see, they really clump it up for that final run with that one book coming from Chikasa. Really saved them, all of them, literally. Canceling out the full presence, the spike coming from that full presence. He was able to save his whole team on that final run. As we can see, one of them have their contained 100 seconds with 100 second above. Oh, damn.
Yeah, honestly, I lost count with how many times the Novelist got a book, and it saved their skin so many times, especially in the last moment there. The forward able to struggle, but again, it was a little too far. I was actually, I guess it could have been a GG situation or a checkmate situation if the breaking wheel did chair in closer to the opposite exit gate, because the Priestess was there, and I think she was connecting portals. But man, I mean, when you're in the heat of the moment, Benjamin Chu still did pretty great. I have to say, he really tried his best. But Kyoto's team, they were really one step ahead of this breaking wheel, and unfortunately, guys, for those breaking wheel mains out there, it's he's not eating too well in this patch. Like we've seen how survivors can heavily counter, and Novelist being one of them is just Novelist and breaking wheel. That's gonna be a problem.
Breaking wheel is really powerful when it comes to traversing around the map. And his will for being anti-immune or immune to every disruption that the survivor has. But the only window that the breaking wheel is weak is actually his normal form. And as we can see, some composition was made just for that hunter, and those teams are really shutting down the time when the breaking wheel is in normal form. So it seems like breaking wheel is not that it's okay. It's not that actually overpowered, but still a good hunter to be used.
Yeah, I think it's just like you said, the survivors knowing the strengths and the weaknesses and exploiting the weaknesses, and especially endgame. Breaking Wheel, now, we've said it time and time again, yes, it's a big map. He's one of the best in this map, but he's very all or nothing. And we saw there that it was really all or nothing when it came to that strategy, because it's either he gets 4K or no K. And it was very apparent that Kyoto, the survivors, were so well-rounded. They knew exactly what to do. I know the other team did exactly the same thing, but this was a step higher, I would have to say. With the Novelist being there, really changed things up for how this lineup went. So congratulations, Kyoto. And Waini, you still have a chance. You know, it's still a long weekend. This is just the first of the group stages, so I'm excited to see how well they'll still perform, because their survivor team was still pretty good.
Yeah, that was actually good. Both of the games was actually very, very well played, and that flywheel effect is really entering to this meta that we called. Like, damn. It is really used well, because the time that the flywheel effect that is been released, I said to myself, this is not going to be a meta. And I was wrong. It is now in the meta.
Yeah, honestly, well, once I first saw it, I honestly had the opposite reaction. I'm like, this is too good. This is really good. Invulnerable, and you're allowing them to... Yeah, there's going to be another layer of mind games, but in a meta where survivors are already dominant with the vastness of everything, yeah, then you add flywheel, man, hunters are having such a hard time. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk more about that after this break, because after the break we're actually going to see our third match of the day. It's going to be BoBo versus Clayless, so don't go anywhere. More of IVA when we come back.
Progress, and we also have Mercenary Cypher, which was the first one that he did. We're going to see a mirror here that's pretty irrelevant mirror. Even if you're able to get that hit, that is okay. We do see that rescue come off here. Mercenary needs to body block this as long as possible. Blink is on cooldown, mirror is on cooldown, no Tide Turner, that's irrelevant because, again, you can't kill without the mirror here as the Bloody Queen. Mercenary is going to just go around here. They're going to try to take as many hits as possible. Missing that Palisade, Mercenary needs to catch up to the Priestess and be able to body block this next mirror so the survivors can find down these last Cypher teams. They have the time to do so, but that's the idea of psychologist healing here, is that you now give yourself enough time. We're actually a triple body block. Patient gets a drop that hit. That's not ideal here. You have to force attack recovery so you can extend that time as long as possible.
Okay, waiting for him to drop down. It's the Priestess that drops down, but no, it is the Mercenary that ate that hit. One Cypher still remains. Psychologist is hot on that Cypher, and now they're forced to chair the Patient. Now,
way there, as Mercenary, you have to elbow pad away. You have to elbow pad to a point where you're breaking that line of sight, and in this case, it's just, it's not working out here. We're going to see Batter come in potentially for a harass, but again, Batter can struggle here against this hook, because all you have to do is land that hook, get that hit, and yeah, there's another free hit. They are able to, I thought they were going for that body block. We're going to see them go ahead and drop a trap, so even if this does happen, he's going to land in the trap. Yeah, he's not able to get the harass off anyways, and he's going to be scared for the second time.
man, the way that Oxygen was able to snipe out from afar, and another one. He is a sniper on this game. Distance to go for that rescue.
Yeah, with Mercenary getting cut off this far, they may not even go for it at all. He takes the hit there, and he's going to push the save. I think Sculptor might have full presence now because of that insolence. Let's see, actually. Going to go in for that rescue. We're going to see full presence actually getting that hit there. One chip. They were able to get the save, though. Can he get the double hit on Mercenary as well? He is able to get the double hit on Mercenary. Acrobat has a few bumps to work with here, but it's going to be difficult. This is not a great area to kite, especially against a Sculptor with full presence. Whoa! Over that mind game gets to the vault into him, and he should still be able to get that hit there. There's that first chip, and I don't think there's any chance of making it to a window there before you.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, great job hiding the red light, just forcing him to make that jump, and this will be the first down and out. The delayed effect on his passive there is definitely going to be hard. Now we see him, yeah, he has to utilize that elbow pad just to get out of dodge, but now the webs are able to, you know, catch up, and he's able to utilize the blink to get the Mercenary. Now the Mercenary has no more skills, no more items to utilize. But it seems like the closest one is the Embalmer. He will have to be very careful though. Mercenary already making his rotation towards this rescue. 2 Cyphers remaining. We do note that I think they're priming 2 Cyphers at once, and the one's at 71%. He's just being very careful. Now the rescue needs to happen. Tide Turner will be in effect, trying to light up the floor. Mercenary eats 1 chip bomb. Will eat another one. Oh my god. He's waiting for the last possible second, and now stuffs the rescue. This has turned around. Crocoduck now just needs 3 survivors to get the victory here.
Yeah, Mercenary actually could have just waited for that bomb to blow up before going for the stair save there. But instead, yeah, getting a little too greedy there, and this is probably going to be a drawn position. The question is, you know, does this Bonbon have the front card? Which the Acrobat coming for this rescue is able to get that first. And he pushes the Acrobat back. The Cypher Machine is primed. Can he potentially go for the blink to get it on the Acrobat? He's going around the chair to try to bait out the blink, but he didn't fall for it. And now all he's doing, there's the blink, and there's the down. Again, he only needs 3 survivors eliminated, and with the tension, that may be enough there. Again, you saw the Acrobat. He knew blink was coming.
He is a very kiting heavy survivor. Like, he's has average of 60 seconds every time, and now Capcom going for the bomb here, able to get the last minute rescue, has to eat some of these hits, Deer, no, gets stuffed by Corone, and the pressure on the statues were building up a lot. Capcom was
See how the painter gets this rescue done, because it is mercenary after all. He can buy a lot of time in chair, and we see two cypher machines being looked by the CCTV. Painter is painting a painting for disaster right before the rescue. Will he able to finish it? He's going to try to avoid all this.
Ooh, that's really close. I think he finished it. Excitement from Messiah. Oh god, yeah, he was trying to bait for that terror shock, but yeah, Painter was the brighter one. Wow!
It is going to be a double down for the survivor side, and now the painter dies right next to the chair, and we see the forward and the embomber.
Automatically apply to the nearest survivor. So yeah, every time that he is done. So you have to be very beware. Yeah!
He gets
Such a top tier play, such a top able to predict where the patient was, but yeah, he is now found and is being sprayed by wax over here, just frozen the character. An immediate hit onto the patient, and of course, follow up by a normal hit. Patient is immediately down.
right.
Wow. Going for that cipher, that run has been decoding. I think they're gonna, force heal. No.
Hey, there is going to be excitement coming into place to no one will try to get this present. Last minute stun!
Incredible, yeah. Incredible stun coming from that forward.
And the sniper was just
has
out.
been off.
All the survivors are scattered away.
Yeah, that's nice.
Detention.
Yeah.
That can rescue and can give that support of a rebound kite, since he does have the tide turner. Now we see that the portal was placed. Has to be careful and not to get double hit here with a flame snipe. Watch out, able to get the hit and gets the terror shock. Disaster. Live. Wow!
Away that quickly, and he gets the flame.
Another
terror shot.
The bees trying to stop the rescue from happening, but able to swipe at the bees. It'll now Enchantress coming to the mix. So far, the flame snipes have been on point. Very purposeful, gets the hit, and he go for another one. This is an ace. Wow.
A little bit longer.
Wow.
We're going to see Blake get utilized here from Spy. He's really trying to steer that down. Elbow pad to try to body block in time, and he does not hit the body block. Mercenary looks like he's pushing towards the dungeon.
It's open.
Yeah, the gate is open. He's going to mirror. Oh,
Holy key, yeah.
Freezes with it. There's the holy key. Can he get it? Time? He gets the hit just in time. What a perfectly timed mirror. A little bit late there, it looks like, and he's going to be a miss. He's able to get that first trip here, though. We should maybe see Cyril come down, drops 3 bombs, gets the hit, and gets it down. And so that's going to be kind of an issue here. We see that first hit on the barmaid here. Can he get a second one? And he does, and he gets another instant.
And probably knows that Sky is back there, already forcing him to utilize the elbow pad, and now the terror shock. Eli. Naru has one book available to utilize, and now constantly always looking behind him. Will he be able to utilize it just in time? He does, and now you just see like they are chasing each other. It's kind of funny how you see the hunter running away from the survivor and unable to crouch again, allowing John Oling to have a head start in actually rotating away. They already popped the cipher, Eli, so now this is they're really pushing for the tie here, but can the novelist kite long enough for him to be able to rotate towards that dungeon area?
Yeah, the problem is he does have Blink available, so he should be able to just go for a Blink unless the gate is already open.
Wow.
It's already open. He goes for the Blink, but he avoids the hit, and he gets the...
From the postman, not yet getting any hit. He just got only 1 bomb there, but he still managed to get away and drag the hunter as far as he can from the cipher machines. BoBo is going to get hit here, Nell?
Yeah, I mean, he can, but that's the thing. He doesn't bring blink. He small range stun from the forward, allowing the postman to make the rotation. So very, very beautiful there. He's gonna go for another stun. Amazing. That's more than half the ball gone there, but it's worth it because postman is at 75% damage. He's trying to go for the pallet stun again.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to IVA June, day number 1 of the group stages. We saw amazing matches so far in match number 1 and 2, both Survivor and Hunter sided in both regard. But now we're going to head on over to our match number 3, which is Team Clayless versus BoBo. Goodman, so far, what were the highlights for you? What are the standout moments in day number 1?
On day number 1, okay. I think the highlights for me is I think every survivor that used the flywheel effect that really dodged those key points or key skills that the hunters is using. We're really seeing a shift to the meta, and flywheel might be the new meta on this one and would continue on for many more seasons. Depends on IDV patches notes.
Yeah, honestly, I want to throw it back to you and ask, I mean, you were a fan of Airwalk, right? Do you miss Airwalk?
Wait, Airlock or Spectator?
No, sorry, the former 12. Wasn't that Airwalk? Or what was that? Yeah.
I think it's called Spectator.
It's called Spectator, so don't you
Yeah.
miss that? Or do you like the new flywheel?
After the changes, I was devastated because
Oh, what?
I used flywheel. Yeah, I used to flywheel on Wildling, then I said, oh god, this is useless on Wildling. I want Spectator. Someone returned Spectator person. I missed it. Because Spectator was actually useful on Wildling only. I think
Just Wildling.
even some doctors, yeah, even some healer survivors too also use Spectator, but not that much. But for Wildling, it's actually useful. But yeah, they changed it, and I was devastated. And
Goodman was the only one that complained. He's like, how dare you take out my precious 12? This is not the 12 I know, and this is not my 12. Are you boycotting flywheel? Like, you're not going to use it? You don't use it?
I don't use it on specifically on Wildling, but they said that flywheel is actually good on such kiters, like every kiter, because that flywheel is actually a key change to actually change the table turn or turn the table of one key trait of a hunter or even skill.
So why don't you just bring like the regular like rescue what's that?
I'm actually
rescue time.
being that one.
Borrowed
Yes,
time.
I'm actually using that one currently.
Finally, yes. Okay, because whenever I play with you, you're like, pop ciphers, leave me. I don't have borrowed time. It's okay. Like, okay, but now you got a second wind. Let's go. So look at that.
Yeah.
Good job, man. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, do follow Good Job Man on Facebook, by the way. He streams there. But I think we are ready to see the next teams, which is Team BoBo versus Clayless. Introducing first BoBo. We all remember this logo. We got Ricardo in the mix. Night Train, morning, evening, Rainy, Hamus. No Quan Lee. We do have Bobo Mermaid and Maple Leleaf. So Bobo Mermaid, I don't know. Nayad, what are we thinking here?
Maybe we can see a Naya there. And Bobo is actually, as you said, he entered the top 16 last IVA on May, right? Is this the same Bobo team?
This is the same Bobo team. Yeah, Night Rain, morning, evening. Yeah, very no name. So I'm excited to see how they were able to improve for the whole month. And now we're going to move on over to Clayless. Why do we got the handsome Squidward going on here? Designed by Clays himself. The
Oh
Clays.
my god.
This is an NFT, guys. You cannot screen cap this. This is an NFT. If you screen cap this, you will get I think Maney or anyone in the chat who's policing everyone, you're not allowed. So it's NFT Clayless. And here we have Lynch Me 360, Clove, Giri, Mama Peach, and Clays. Well, we have Lanlan 975 and I want to play GK.
Will there be a gamekeeper main here? Because I want to play GK, as stated on the IGN of this player. But damn, their logo is actually nice. There's even a happy birthday behind that logo for some
I
reason.
know, that's just a lot to take in, right? I bet it's one of those things. If you zoom in, there's more art. Like, wow, it just keeps going and going. So, yeah, Clayless, I would have to say. The notes I got on them, yeah, they're from a lot of places. Like I know some from a lot of countries. I think like Indonesia, Thailand. Yeah. So I'm excited to see how they're gonna go up against Team BoBo. Let's head on over to the picks and bans.
There we have it, first half with BoBo with Vigor on the Hunter side and Clayless, Lynch, Clove, Clays, and I Want to Play GK is here on the Survivor side. Ever Sleeping Town, yet again. Seriously, this is a common pick for the maps.
You're
Ever
lucky
Sleeping
Entity's
Town.
not listening. He does not like it when his precious Ever Sleeping Town is being bashed. Good job, man.
Oh my god, that's why. I mean, Ever Sleeping Town, I think maybe the reason why it is so common to pick, it is a large map, so many playgrounds to be used by the survivors, and maybe that's the reason why some teams pick this town or this map. And we got the first ban here is Priestess. Expected. Ever Sleeping Town map. Priestess excel on this map.
So I don't think this is gonna be a breaking wheel, because like I mean we saw the previous maps, right? The previous picks it was the seer. It was, I forgot, it was they allowed the seer to come through. Now BoBo's Vigor here, yeah, deciding to ban Priestess, cutting off the routes of the survivors might be geared towards a different hunter. That's just what I'm putting out there. But we do have a seer and mercenary locked in, allowing him to ban the forward or allowing him to ban. Oh yeah, yes.
There's a ban of mechanic, preventing them from using a decoder of a securing of a draw game. It's actually a good ban. And as you can see, Seer and Mercenary, two key survivor picks. It's actually good. So maybe the hunter is. I can still know which one is the which hunter will we pick. And as C, we're going to see a prospector, the Magnet Boy gameplay right over here on the map.
Yeah, so allowing the stunner to come through in the name of the prospector. So pretty interesting choice so far on the survivor side. Let's see which is the last survivor that will round up the choices here. Honestly, oh wow, okay, so patient prospector. So thinking about the priestess and also the mechanic, it's gonna be a little scary because Bonbon, you could go Geisha, you can go Sculptor. We haven't seen Sculptor the whole day, so yeah, those are the we go with Geisha.
There we have it. The Geisha will be picked here. I think this will be my first time seeing a Geisha on the group stages, and let's expect some butterfly chases and some mind games here around the map, around the town.
Yeah, we did see a Geisha in Hospital in the elimination stage. Shoutouts to Yumiko with the amazing postman kite on that Geisha. But now this is different though. We have a Geisha in the form of Vigor. In a map like this, there's a lot of actually open areas here, and also a lot of ways that they can cut routes, especially in the graveyard area. So they're gonna have to be very careful with how they contain this hunter. And also, I wonder, in big maps like this, yes, abnormal is one of the traits they can bring, but let's say he shares a survivor in a place where there's no ciphers being worked on. That's gonna be a double-edged sword. So I'm really curious to know what trait this hunter brings.
Maybe we can see him using a blink Geisha, because some Geisha also use that.
Very aggressive.
Even though that this hunter doesn't have any skill to actually traverse the map, he actually has the butterfly. Unlike BQ with the mirror, she has the butterfly to actually very quick traversing on the map. It will be a good chase skill for this Geisha too. But let's see on how they manage on this one, because as I can see on the team for Clayless here is they have a pretty good survivability composition or tenacity composition.
So here we have it, Ever Sleeping Town, Geisha spawning over here at the fake gate. Let's see who he will be going after first. We have the Prospector, Mercenary, Patient, as well as the Seer. He will have to take his pick.
Oh, Geisha is right on the middle of the map. I think JJ will be spotted here, depending. I think that will be the Mercenary running around, but Vigar will try to ignore that Survivor here and try to go for another key targets here.
Yeah, it seems like he wants to find the most prominent target, which I think he's going to commit towards this Patient. Patient again having one of the best skills here with that grappling hook. That can be countered where he's going to throw it and now drops the pallet, but the butterfly will connect.
Yes, that's a very quick go over the obstacle by Vigar here. Clay still has 3 hooks left to traverse around the map and use it as his advantage, but no! Sira will be in play. Vigar patiently waiting for that 8-second, trying to transition on the graveyard. Clays needs to find another resource, but that hook from that lich! Prospector Magnet was able to assist Clays out of that danger. Vigar will try to change target, going in for Lynch. That was actually a nice support and forcing Vigar to change target. And Lynch will be on the run from Vigar.
Yeah, beautiful transition here of targets and now a flywheel just to avoid another magnet will be latched onto this Geisha, and now just containing here at the graveyard, not disrupting any of the Cypher progress, and he also gets a pallet drop.
Yo, that will be a pretty good time to transition off and a lot of time, but that butterfly will try to cut down the distance between these two chasing and chaser with Vigar and Lynch. That will be the first hit going in for Lynch.
And he has to be very careful with the route he's running. The Seer's the only one that's popping this Cypher. Mercenary did heal up the Patient. Patient still has 2 hooks, and now a magnet is ready. Goes for another hit, drops down the pallet, forcing him to break the pallet.
Yo, Vigar still in the chase with Lynch. Oh, we saw Lynch going for the joke, but Vigar didn't hesitate to hit him for the second time, and that connected. With 4 Cyphers remaining left, as we can see, there's a Cypher progress on the middle by the Mercenary, so this will be a 2 birds, 1 stone guard.
Yeah, but now this actually forces the Mercenary to go in an early rescue, but let's see, he's still cutting off the distance and breaking line of sight, so he is transitioning to the other side. Vigar just closely monitoring where everyone is at. Seer and Patient are working on Cyphers as well, and that Mercenary Cypher is actually close to popping, so he's going to try to see if the overextension is going to come in. Teleport is ready also, and now Mercenary will have to eat that hit. We do note that the Prospector doesn't have a magnet just yet, but he will in time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, as you can see, the chase is still on with 4 stars remaining. Magnet! Oh, last effort connected on that one, resetting the attack recovery of Vigar here. So this will be his file down after that Tide Turner went away of that effect. There we go.
Yeah, and now he's actually gonna chair near the Seer Cypher here, allowing the Mercenary to pop his last, well, his one and only Cypher, and probably can go for that heal. Seer has to be very careful. He doesn't have an owl to utilize. He's going to try to just stand near the pallet and now force the transition away and go for an early rescue.
Yo, Lynch needs to last long at this one. It seems like everyone is here trying to see if they can protect the Prospector here with no magnet on that one. Nicely done by I1 Play GK to block that hit. Going in for Lynch, but Magnet still no to avail, and he needs to use these resources properly, but almost had it with that connection. Oh god.
Yeah, that was quite close. Seer, Patient, and we do see that the Mercenary are working on the last 2 Cypher. Mercenary probably has the last one. Prospector utilizing another magnet in this close quarters area. Drops another Palantir by just a little more time. It seems like the Mercenary is on that last Cypher, but it's unfortunately not ready just yet. Are they going to try to force it? It's not close. It seems like they're going to try to go for it, and they pop the last Cypher. Seer is in the immediate area. He doesn't have an owl just yet. They're going to try to go for more than a tie, but I feel like a tie is kind of imminent here.
Oh, wow. Nicely done. Discipline by I1 Play GK. Stunning Vigar here. Unfortunately, kay Lynch, for Lynch, he was out of the game, but still, they have a chance. That owl perfectly timed owl blocking of the detention hit coming from Vigar. This gave him enough time to transition off to the gate and trying to see if he was but the TP will be activated. Gate is still closed here. The elbow pads will be used. One more left, but that butterfly will cut off the distance. Mercenary will be down in 20 seconds. Very well played in there. Really.
Yeah, but Mercenary now on his way towards the dungeon.
Oh.
The exit gate is already open. It seems like they can go for a 3-person escape, and
Oh
that
my
would
God.
be GG's. A 3-man escape on the side of the survivors.
Oh God, we saw another one from Mercenary escapee to the dungeon. Holy damn. As you can see here, everyone contained the hunter very well. And with 10 strikes going for the Geisha and 5 party destroyed. Really well played. But damn, that Mercenary again. We saw it again, twice this time. Escaping yet to the dungeon with a delayed hit going in for his damage.
Yeah, honestly, like Mercenary late game doesn't matter as long as he has full health. He can tank any detention hit. They already know the lay of the land when it comes to the map and where the dungeon is at, and that's where the Mercenary went towards. And also take note, the Prospector did an amazing job. If he only lasted a little longer, they could have popped it, and honestly, that would have bought so much more time. But still, it looked like a 3-1 was kind of imminent because of how well he was utilizing the resources. Let's hang on, sorry, shout outs to Ricky, like focus Ricky, sorry, I'm part of that room. When it comes to the late game, Mercenary, great rescuing, great mobility, and he can tank a detention hit. I said detention is very important, but when you're up against a Mercenary that knows where the dungeon is at and knows where the exit gate is, yeah, that was tough. If and only if the Geisha teleported probably to a different cipher, probably to the one of the patient, could have been a different story.
Yeah, true actually, but that Mercenary has a high chance of clutch survival on the late game. So that's why they banned Mercenary on some of the games, because of that chance of being able to clutch. That last man standing is actually very high for such survivor that has a delayed damage for 20 seconds. That long you have to wait or get another hit in on that Mercenary. And and that will be a game between this first half between these two teams. Well played.
Yeah, so team BoBo team Clayless doing really well on the survivor side, 3-1. So now it's going to be the job of BoBo's Hunter to try and rectify the situation, or when it comes down to the second half. So I'm excited to see how they're going to adapt, because so far, good job, man, in Ever Sleeping Town, survivors seem to know. I mean, this is a survivor-sided map so far. Like, we haven't seen a Hunter get more. I think it was only the Clerk, or was it? Who else was the one in Arms Factory? We saw Clerk. Who else do we see?
Yes.
Who was the other Hunter? BQ.
There we go, BQ.
Yeah, in Arms Factory, we did see how survivors managed to counter the BQ, but the Clerk seems to be the one that really did the work. And I think we're gonna head towards a break. Okay, yep, we got the go signal. So, ladies and gentlemen, get some water, get some drinks. It's past dinner time wherever you guys are, but please enjoy this break. We'll take 5 minutes, and when we return, it's gonna be the second half of BoBo versus Clayless.
50% progress, and we also have Mercenary Cypher, which was the first one that he did. We're going to see a mirror here. That's pretty irrelevant mirror. Even if you're able to get that hit, that is okay. We do see that rescue come off here. Mercenary needs to body block this as long as possible. Blink is on cooldown, mirror is on cooldown, no Tide Turner. That's irrelevant because, again, you can't kill without the mirror here as the Bloody Queen. Mercenary is going to just go around here. They're going to try to take as many hits as possible. Missing that Palisade, Mercenary needs to catch up to the Priestess and be able to body block this next mirror so the Starvers can fire down these left side for twos. They have the time to do so, but that's the idea of psychologist healing there, is that you now give yourself enough time. We're going to see a triple body block. Patient gets a drop down hit. That's not ideal here. You have to force attack recovery so you can extend that time as long as possible.
Okay, waiting for him to drop down. It's the Priestess that drops down, but no, it is the Mercenary that ate that hit. One Cypher still remains. Psychologist is hot on that Cypher, and now they're forced to chair the Patient. Now,
away there. As Mercenary, you have to elbow pad away. You have to elbow pad to a point where you're breaking that line of sight, and in this case, it's just, it's not working out here. We're going to see Batter come in potentially for a harass. But again, Batter can struggle here against this hook, because all you have to do is land that hook, get that hit, and yeah, there's another free hit. They are able to, I thought they were going for that body block. We're going to see them go ahead and drop a trap, so even if this does happen, he's going to land in the trap. Yeah, he's not able to get the harass off anyways, and he's going to be scared for the second time.
Man, the way that Oxygen was able to snipe out from afar, and another one. He is a sniper on this game. Distance to go for that rescue.
Yeah, with Mercenary getting cut off this far, they may not even go for it at all. He takes the hit there, and he's going to push the save. I think Sculptor might have full presence now because of that influence. Let's see, actually. Going to go in for that rescue. We're going to see, yeah, full presence actually getting that hit there. One chip. They were able to get the save, though. Can he get the double hit on Mercenary as well? He is able to get the double hit on Mercenary. Acrobat has a few bumps to work with here, but it's going to be difficult. This is not a great area to kite, especially against a Sculptor with full presence. Whoa! Tries to go for that mind game, gets to the vault into him, and he should still be able to get that hit there. There's that first chip, and I don't think there's any chance to make it to a window here before you.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, great job hiding the red light, just forcing him to make that jump, and this will be the first down and out. The delayed effect on his passive there is definitely going to be hard. Now we see him, yeah, he has to utilize that elbow pad just to get out of dodge, but now the webs are able to, you know, catch up, and he's able to utilize the blink to get the Mercenary. Now the Mercenary has no more skills, no more items to utilize. But it seems like the closest one is the Embalmer. He will have to be very careful. The Mercenary already making his rotation towards this rescue. 2 ciphers remaining. We do note that I think they're priming 2 ciphers at once, and the one's at 71%. He's just being very careful. Now the rescue needs to happen. Tide Turner will be in effect, trying to light up the floor. Mercenary eats 1 chip bomb. Will eat another one. Oh my god. He's waiting for the last possible second, and now stuffs the rescue. This has turned around. Crocoduck now just needs 3 survivors to get the victory here.
Yeah, Mercenary actually could have just waited for that bomb to blow up before going for the chair save there. But instead, yeah, getting a little too greedy there, and this is probably going to be a drawn position. The question is, you know, does this Bonbon have the front card? We'll see Acrobat coming for this rescue, is he able to get that first? And he pushes the Acrobat back. The Cypher Machine is primed. Can he potentially go for the blink to get it on the Acrobat? He's going around the chair to try to bait off the blink, but he didn't fall for it. And now all he's doing, there's the blink, and there's the down. Again, he only needs 3 survivors eliminated, and with the tension, that may be enough there. Again, you saw the Acrobat. He knew blink was coming.
He is a very kiting heavy survivor. Like, he's has average of 60 seconds every time, and now Capcom going for the bomb here, able to get the last minute rescue, has to eat some of these hits. Deer, no, gets stuffed by Corone, and the pressure on the statues were building up a lot. Capcom was
how the Painter gets this rescue done, because it is Mercenary after all. He can buy a lot of time in chair, and we see 2 cypher machines being looked by the CCTV. Painter is painting a painting for disaster right before the rescue. Will he able to finish it? He's going to try to avoid all this.
Ooh, that's really close. I think he finished it. Excitement from Messiah. Oh god, yeah, he was trying to bait for that terror shock.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of Clayless versus Team BoBo. And I'm just going to read the chat here. Kaiser says, this is why you ban Seer. A lot of people share that same sentiment in the chat, especially with single hit hunters. But let's get your thoughts on the match we just watched, Goodman.
The match of the first half. Yeah, they really should ban Seer if going in for the single hit hunter. And even the other key meta survivors like Mercenary that we saw just clutch that first half yet again with a delayed damage up to that dungeon escape. So it's actually pretty good that I can see Keisha yet again on that high tier choosing on that meta, but we see some cut off, some butterfly chases on the distance and trying to hit those survivors in the nick sweet spot by cutting off some distance right there.
Yeah, so coming into this next one, I think the picks and bans are about to happen. Yeah, we'll see if they're gonna ban that seer. Especially, I mean, if you're gonna have breaking wheel, yes, some people opt to ban seer when it comes to breaking wheel. But I think though, if you look back, you have to pick the lesser evil. Would you allow a seer to come in that can, yes, potentially tank a hit, or that priestess? We did already acknowledge that Geisha. She can have mobility, but she needs to throw those butterflies. She's not like BQ that she can actually move past the obstacles or the structure in the way. So I think if we look back at it, for the Geisha matchup in Ever Sleeping Town, I guess the hunter really had to pick between the lesser of evil, and it was the seer, who knew that the lesser evil was actually the mercenary. Because if that was any other character that took the last chase, that survivor would have been down, and the dungeon situation would have been nullified.
Yep, and those are the scary things about those key meta survivors, really. So they are still great as if it is, even though that seer has an 8-second cooldown of an hour, but if used right on time, just on the nick of time, that will be actually buying enough time for a survivor to escape the hunter's grasp. Still powerful as it is, even though 15 to 8 seconds, that's still a lot of time to transition away.
Yeah, even though the changes did happen, I think now, with the seer, that is, the seer did get those changes. Like the owl doesn't last as long. I think it's now 8 seconds. But in those 8 seconds, we have seen a lot of the the hunters kind of play to the timing of it. But once they swing incorrectly, it really goes in the favor of the survivors. So it's honestly, it calls back to Call of the Abyss 3, where the seer wasn't even a character at this point. Like, he was just banned on screen. Like, it wasn't even a choice.
Oh yeah.
You just have to keep banning the seer, because if you didn't ban the seer, you weren't playing competitively, because he was that good, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly, he still is really that good when it comes to single hit hunters. We saw how the Geisha did kind of struggle, especially with a well-rounded team. Not to mention, Prospector, I'm glad that we've been seeing a lot of Prospectors come out of the woodwork.
Yeah, that guiding potential of Prospector is really good. But let's go on with the second half of between the two teams. It seems like they're ready. And here we have it, the switching sides, going in for Clayless with Lanlan on the Hunter and BoBo with Knight, Rainy, Morny, and Evany on the second half.
Yeah, so Lanlan needs to focus up here, because this happened in the previous match where the survivor team did get a 3-person escape, but Kyuto just turning things around, hitting the Uno reverse card and just saying, nope, we're gonna do 5. We're gonna get 5 points. We're gonna 4 survivors escape, and now we see the seer ban. So this kind of brings up a lot of possibilities. For sure, we're not going to see a Bonbon, because a Bonbon doesn't really care if a seer is in or not. But a single hit, we could see BQ, we could see Geisha, we could see Dream Witch. Dream Witch in this map is actually a pretty scary hunter.
Yeah, even this large map with Dream Witch available with those followers, things can be pretty scarier and trickier if you cannot handle the followers yet. And here we have it. Mercenary will be the first pick for the survivor here. Key meta picks, guys. Get the key meta picks.
And speaking of key meta picks, yep, you gotta lock in that priestess as well. So it does kind of discourage hunters that can't traverse so well. So yeah, maybe, I don't know if Geisha is still going to be on the table, because either of these is going to be a nightmare for the Geisha to go after. But we're just going to have to find out what other. Usually, if this is a high level and they're not going to go for preference, yeah, you're going to have to take away the forward. And just as I say forward gets immediately sacked from not coming into Ever Sleeping Town. So yeah, I mean, if they still want to go for stunners, we do have, we have Prospector, we have the Enchantress, you got Batter. So that's if they want to go for that. But then if they want to go for more kiting, yes, they go for the Acrobat, they go for Patient, they want to go for Novelist.
And Novelist.
Wow. Okay, so it seems like, Novelist has I really want to do some stats here when it comes to what the Novelist has definitely been making waves. Now, for me, here, single hit hunter can happen, but Yeah, honestly, we haven't seen a Sculptor yet, but we haven't seen a Dream Witch either. And those two have been also, I would say, in the meta as of late. And a Dream Witch does come out.
Speak of the devil, we got Dream Witch on our hands on this map.
Man, I
against
get
this,
so stressed
mercenary
facing
prisoner.
Dream Witches. Like it's so scary to face a Dream Witch.
Yeah, I know, right? With those followers in hand, you really need to get a feel of your team. Communicate all throughout. Where's the remove curse of this specific follower, and you really need to check and keeping those tabs of these followers.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a little tough, but honestly, one of the ways you can disrupt the Dream Witch's flow is to establish distance. And in this map, yes, it's a huge map, but if you're able to spread out the survivors evenly, she's gonna have a hard time placing her main body. So having the priestess here is so important for the survivor composition. And honestly, the novelist, that can work, but if you have a leech on you, it's gonna be really hard to sure, you can get controlled and you will be locked in, but you know what, the positioning of your follower leech is something you always have to be careful of.
They just need to prevent that from happening by not clumping together those followers in one spot that might trap you on a specific kiting area, just to be more effective using this. For example, this acrobat, this novelist, they need to know where are those followers, and they need a free space to do that efficiently.
Yeah, you need to be able to control the pace early on in a Dream Witch match. Heal up, get the anti-curses, make sure you're not in a compromising situation. So let's get things started. We have the Dream Witch already spawning at the graveyard area. Have a standard build here of Trump card and Detention. Has two, and so let's see who's going to go after first.
It seems like Novelist will be the first one to leech off his back, and there's the follower going to follow Lan, but it seems like he doesn't change, and there we have it. It seems like he's setting up a trap here, because he knows this Novelist will be a pain in the asses of these followers, and that book is really threat.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like he has to be very careful with who he goes after. And it seems like he goes back to the main body here, drops the patroller here, and now big brain move here. This is one tricky situation. He does have a leech. He does have a main body. You want to be able to bait out the leech follower just so you won't have that leech to worry about, and the main body will. You have to avoid that hit.
Yep, and he got 20 seconds to actually, and nice using that flywheel just to deny that struggle effect from that patroller, as we see before.
He kited out a whole patroller. Beautiful. And now dropping down the pallet, but now he just changes followers here. Goes for a the leech hit. So again, it's a trade-off. You want to be able to bait out those leech hits. So at least now the main body has to follow suit and now leech him once again.
Yeah, he needs to take down this Novelist as fast as he can now, because he needs all those followers just flying around, and a patroller will be used to once again just to bite his leg. But I think the trap is here.
Oh my god, he's doing pretty well, but yeah, the Novelist only able to kite for so long. Now the ciphers are popping left and right. Acrobat and Mercenary about to work on their ciphers, and as I say that, he does get hit by the tram, but the Novelist is down.
Holy damn. That would be bad if it's right before the Novelist is done. That would be buying a lot of time for the survivor.
That would buy so much time. But now, first survivor down. Again, the win condition for Clayless is he needs to get 2 survivors to win this one. He needs to get a tie.
Oh, but it seems like 2 ciphers remaining here. Those ciphers are passing by the set as we talk about this game, and that's a patrol going in for that deny for the rescue, trying to see if he can see a terror shock on this one. So he's going to wait. Let's see, that's a hit going in for Nitrate. 2 ciphers remaining. Novelist going to escape, swapping places between them.
Beautiful
Holy-
switch there, and now we see he actually goes towards this area where he's gonna clean up some portals here, because he knows that the main leech, one of the leech followers is actually right behind the novelist. Novelist now goes down to a leech hit right when he was heading towards the graveyard. Again, I feel like Lan just needs to focus on this and goes for a detention hit at the late game, just so that he's going to be able to hold on to the lead that the survivors have put in front of him. We have an injured mercenary. The tide turner was already spent. Priestess and Acrobat are the ones that are healthy here. Priestess working on a cipher, while Mercenary as well. So the two ciphers, Mercenary is on that last cipher.
Yes, as you can see, I think Lanan thought about it. Whose follower is going to be switched up to the novelist place, as we can see. And right here, normal on effect! Trump card is used just to disrupt the last cipher on hand.
That actually changes the pace drastically. So now Acrobat has to be very careful. Goes for that hit. Full presence has already been met. Tries to silence, and now he's actually going to leech the Acrobat. So this is really important, because the novelist, once he will fall down, that will be his last chair. There are no more harassments to come. Priestess working on a brand new cipher.
Yes, it's either they need to, as you said, he's trying to make a new cipher, and Lan is going in for the chase, but the new cipher is here, and that will be a hit, going in for Rainy. So it's either they make another cipher or continue what the cipher left, but Lan is guarding on that one, and some of them is being leeched, clumping together those followers, trying to see if we can take down at least one. Rainy will be knocked out. Lan is trying his best, trying to guard this brand new cipher being ciphered right now, and trying to see if we can still control the game here.
So this is important for the survivors. They need to de-leech, because he has two leeches on the novelist and Acrobat. Acrobat is kind of pushing that cipher, and now basement rescue on the Priestess. Priestess is the only one safe enough to go for that rescue. So we see that the mercenary is kind of positioning himself. Acrobat is de-leeching near that cipher, near the dungeon area. He has to be very careful not to fall down here. Mercenary utilizing the elbow pads, and it seems like the Acrobat is here, able to move on away from that hit that was about to happen. He's priming that leech to be finished, and now can he complete it in time? We do see that the Priestess is about to hit that halfway mark, and Acrobat is already about to prime his leech from being anti-cursed, and now he can go for that rescue. Actually, he can decode safely now.
I think the prime is already there. The Acrobat is decoding the last cipher here, and they are
it's only halfway.
Oh, halfway! Oh god.
Oh, the novelist actually primed it already. So now we do see that the novelist is ready for that pop. Can the rescue happen? They just go for that pop. And now this is a very dangerous situation. Priestess is going to expire. They need all these survivors out of the exit gate for them to be able to push for a tiebreaker. Detention is in the air. Mercenary will be falling down since he is injured. And now this is where it gets kind of dicey, because the novelist does have a spike. And now we see that the main follower on his way to try and anti-curse can make it in time. He goes for the hit.
No! Lan was able to make it in time, trying to shut down Novelist here, and two more survivors are still up. They need to open the gate, but those leeches are controlling their movement, controlling the game. They can't be able to open one gate because of the leeches all around the map and guarding their lives up until their death. And that is Novelist out of the game. Two more survivors remaining.
It's the GG at this point. Yeah, Clayless moves on, but man, he wants more survivors. Mercenary able to unleash here. Acrobat is still unleashing his last one, but honestly, detention is still going to factor here. There's still a lot of time on the board for this detention hit to matter. And now we see that Mercenary is going to be kind of spotted out here in the graveyard area, while the Acrobat tries to open up the only exit gate that he can try to go for. And it seems like the Mercenary will be leeched.
This is a good thing, because they have the anti-curse, and I think one survivor will be able to escape. But the dungeon, I think we will be having another clutch moment here with the mercenary.
If he's able to hit him in the 20-second mark, that will not be possible. But now let's see if he'll be able to get that Night Rain, trying to establish distance, but he's totally running away from it. He's going to get the hit. Mercenary falls down, and it seems like it's going to be a one-person escape. Night Rain unable to kite out the detention, and it seems like the acrobat is rotating towards this mercenary, but mercenary he will try to go for a self-heal here, but I mean the follower is already here, and it seems like I don't know if they're gonna try to go for this rescue. It's gonna be really risky if ever.
I think Acrobat is just going in, trying to see if we can able to formulate a plan here, because they need another point to escape. And it seems like detention is already off. No more detention. That will be a pretty safe play going for the Acrobat.
Thing is, I'm not sure the Exegate is open. He can eat this hit. Mercenary can go for another, but let's see. Actually, he's gonna switch attention over to the Acrobat. Now this Acrobat has to be very careful in trying to kite out this Dream Witch here. Has another ball to utilize? No, he doesn't. Acrobat will be falling down. Mercenary about to go towards the other side, but then we have the follower that is right behind that mercenary. Has a delayed hit, but mercenary can exit this game.
Yes, that is true. As you can see, Acrobat still has 6 balls left, but the cooldown is not yet ready to be used. That is where he got knocked down, but it seems like London will try to finish right now, trying him off, chasing him off out of this map, and trying that will be a 1 point going in for
Clayless.
BoBo. Clayless.
Yeah, Clayless wins. Yeah, 1 point for BoBo. But ladies and gentlemen, we have to congratulate Clayless. Both a very strong hunter and survivor side. The Dream Witch really made a factor there. Again, he just needed to get a tie, went above and beyond that, went to 3-1. And honestly, I need to talk to Red, because he was the one that kind of predicted that 3-1, but maybe in the hunter side. So that did happen with the Dream Witch. So Dream Witch showing that maybe it's not just the pollen that could rock in Ever Sleeping Town, but also other hunters.
Yo, the pressure that the Dream Witch gave Lan on these survivors. They keep passing the control. The one time the survivors controlled the game, then the other time the Dream Witch survivor, then the Dream Witch on the very last phase of the game. They are really just passing out the control of the game, and they're really going in for that game. But as you can see here, the stats, we can see 100 seconds above for Mercenary and Novelist. And 10, 12 for Dream Witch with 1 terror shock.
Yeah, honestly, it was a really smothering pace, and that's how you want to play a Dream Witch match. You want to be able to really put the survivors in a place where they don't focus on decoding, which again they kind of halted a little bit, and especially with the switch to abnormal, that was just the chef's kiss on top of the amazing performance, because that was so crucial. That forced the Novelist to go back for that cipher and really forced them to sacrifice the priestess on that basement, because they needed to ensure that end game, and they were able to. Honestly, a tie situation would have been good, but the hunter of Clayless went above and beyond that, and so far it seems like we're seeing pack leaders of each group.
And Novelist is still increasing the rate of the picks here in the group stages. As we can see, Novelist on the last match, and Novelist still here and still very effective to be used, because I think we saw that Dream Witch is locked in to that follower when being controlled by that Novelist. So I would say Novelist could be a very effective to Dream Witch. It still depends. And Novelist being I think it's going to be a common pick here on the group stages for the IVA.
Yeah, so far, I think in every match we've seen Novelist being utilized, and effectively so. Like, even though the Hunter and Survivor kind of switch sides, we saw how effective, like, intercepting the Hunter. And honestly, it's really quick how he's able to siphon a book out of the Hunter. I think if they want to change something out of the Novelist, they got to change that, because that's definitely a trait that is really powerful. And we saw how effective it was. In this match, though, we didn't see it as effectively, because again, the Dream Witch kept just changing targets and
changing. Yes.
So it it was kind of tough. And honestly, the picks, banning the Seer, banning the Forward, rightly so, because if any of those came through, it would have been way harder. I think dealing with the Priestess, dealing with the Mercenary from the start was really tough. And it gets to the point now where we watch competitive and they go past detention, which is crazy, because before if you watch like Identity 5 a year ago, yeah, it's usually very hunter sided. So it's really just the evolution of this game. And yeah, having a hunter one is pretty big already. Usually having hunter 4K, that's just the minimum that you're supposed to get. But here with with how many picks the survivors have, and with a new skill like Flywheel, it's really a survivor meta.
Survivor side. Right. Oh god, that Flywheel. Do we get a meta that's really balanced out? No survivor sided, no hunter sided. Just a balance of between the two sides. Hopefully we can experience that.
I think the closest we got was COA 4, where it was quenching effect, teleport with the and Wildling was in effect, by the way. That was pretty well balanced, I would have to say, that meta. But I think we're getting a signal that we're gonna take a break. Did I hear that correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, we will be taking a very short break, ladies and gentlemen. When we return, we're going to see the last match of the day. It is going to be Team NM versus the wildcard winners in Team Winter.
Progress, and we also have Mercenary Cypher, which was the first one that he did. We're going to see a mirror here that's pretty irrelevant mirror. Even if you're able to get that hit, that is okay. We do see that rescue come off here. Mercenary needs to body block this as long as possible. Blink is on cooldown, mirror is on cooldown, no Tide Turner, that's irrelevant because, again, you can't kill without the mirror here as the Bloody Queen. Mercenary is going to just go around here. They're going to try to take as many hits as possible. Missing that Palisade, Mercenary needs to catch up to the Priestess and be able to body block this next mirror so the Starvers can find down these last Cypher 2s. They have the time to do so, but that's the idea of psychology healing here, is that you now give yourself enough time. We're going to see a triple body block. Patient gets a drop that hit. That's not ideal here. You have to force attack recovery so you can extend that time as long as possible.
Okay, waiting for him to drop down. It's the Priestess that drops down, but no, it is the Mercenary that ate that hit. One Cypher still remains. Psychologist is hot on that Cypher, and now they're forced to chair the Patient. Now,
way there, as Mercenary, you have to elbow pad away. You have to elbow pad to a point where you're breaking that line of sight, and in this case, it's just, it's not working out here. We're going to see Batter come in potentially for a harass, but again, Batter can struggle here against this hook, because all you have to do is land that hook, get that hit, and yeah, there's another free hit. They are able to, I thought they were going for that body block. We're going to see them go ahead and drop a trap, so even if this does happen, he's going to land in the trap. Yeah, he's not able to get the harass off anyways, and he's going to be scared for the second time.
man, the way that Oxygen was able to snipe out from afar, and another one. He is a sniper on this game. Just go for that rescue.
Yeah, with Mercenary getting cut off this far, they may not even go for it at all. He takes the hit there, and he's going to push the save. I think Sculptor might have full presence now because of that instance. Let's see, actually. Going to go in for that rescue. We're going to see full presence actually getting that hit there. One chip. They were able to get the save, though. Can he get the double hit on Mercenary as well? He is able to get the double hit on Mercenary. Acrobat has a few bumps to work with here, but it's going to be difficult. This is not a great area to kite, especially against a Sculptor with full presence.
Whoa!
Right over that mind game, gets to the vault into him, and he should still be able to get that hit there. There's that first chip, and I don't think there's any chance of making it to the window there before you.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, great job hiding the red light, just forcing him to make that jump, and this will be the first down and out. The delayed effect on his passive there is definitely going to be hard. Now we see him, yeah, he has to utilize that elbow pad just to get out of dodge, but now the webs are able to, catch up, and he's able to utilize the blink to get the Mercenary. Now the Mercenary has no more skills, no more items to utilize. But it seems like the closest one is the Embalmer. He will have to be very careful. The Mercenary already making his rotation towards this rescue. 2 Cyphers remaining. We do note that I think they're priming 2 Cyphers at once, and the one's at 71%. He's just being very careful. Now the rescue needs to happen. Tide Turner will be in effect, trying to light up the floor. Mercenary eats 1 chip bomb. will eat another one. Oh my god. He's waiting for the last possible second and now stuffs the rescue. This has turned around. Crocoduck now just needs 3 survivors to get the victory here.
Yeah, Mercenary actually could have just waited for that bomb to blow up before going for the chair save there. But instead, yeah, getting a little too greedy there, and this is probably going to be a drawn position. The question is, does this Bonbon have the front card? Which the Acrobat coming for this rescue is able to get that first. And he pushes the Acrobat back. The Cypher Machine is primed. Can he potentially go for the Blink to get it on the Acrobat? He's going around the chair to try to bait out the Blink, but he didn't fall for it. And now all he has to do, there's the Blink, and there's the down. Again, he only needs 3 survivors eliminated, and with the tension, that may be enough there. Again, you saw the Acrobat. He knew Blink was coming.
He is a very kiting heavy survivor. Like he has average of 60 seconds every time, and now Capcom going for the bomb here, able to get the last minute rescue, has to eat some of these hits. Fear gets stuffed by Corone, and the pressure on the statues were building up a lot. Capcom was
how the painter gets this rescue done, because it is mercenary after all. He can buy a lot of time in chair, and we see 2 cypher machines being looked by the CCTV. Painter is painting a painting for disaster right before the rescue. Will he able to finish it? He's going to try to avoid all this.
Ooh, that's really close. I think he finished it. Excitement from Messiah. Oh god, yeah, he was trying to bait for that terror shock, but yeah, Painter was the brighter one. Wow!
It is going to be a double down for the survivor side, and now the painter dies right next to the chair, and we see the forward and the embomber
automatically apply to the nearest survivor. So yeah, every time that he is done, so you have to be very beware. Yeah,
he gets all
such a top tier play, such a top able to predict where the patient was, but yeah, he is now found and is being sprayed by wax over here, just frozen the character. An immediate hit onto the patient, and of course, follow up by a normal hit. Patient is immediately down.
Right.
Wow. Going for that cipher, that run has been decoding. I think they're gonna, force heal. No.
There is going to be excitement coming into place to no one will try to get this present. Last minute stun.
Incredible, incredible stun coming from that forward.
And the sniper has been
off.
All the survivors are scattered away.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
That can rescue and can give that support of a rebound kite, since he does have the tide turner. Now we see that the portal was placed. Has to be careful and not to get double hit here with a flame snipe. Watch out, able to get the hit and gets the terror shock. Disaster. Live. Wow!
And he gets the flame.
Another
terror shot.
The bees trying to stop the rescue from happening, but able to swipe at the bees. Now Enchantress coming to the mix. So far, the flame snipes have been on point. Very purposeful, gets the hit, and he go for another one. This is an ace. Wow.
A little bit longer.
Wow.
We're going to see Blink get utilized here from Spy. He's really trying to scare the down. Elbow pad to try to body block in time, and he does not hit the body block. Mercenary looks like this pushing towards the dungeon.
It's open.
Yeah, the gate is open. He's going to mirror. Oh,
Holy key, yeah.
Priestess with it. There's the holy key. Can he get one time? He gets the hit just in time. What a perfectly timed mirror. A little little bit late there, it looks like, and it's going to be a miss. You take a look at that first trip here, though. We should maybe see Cyril come down, drops 3 bombs, gets the hit, and gets it down. And so that's going to be kind of an issue here. As we see that first hit on the barmaid here. Can he get a second one? And he does, and he gets another instant.
And probably knows that Sky is back there, already forcing him to utilize the elbow pad, and now the terror shock, Eli. Naru has one book available to utilize, and now constantly always looking behind him. Will he be able to utilize it just in time? He does. And now you just see like they are chasing each other. It's kind of funny how you see the hunter running away from the survivor and unable to crouch again, allowing John Oling to have a head start in actually rotating away. They already popped the Cypher, Eli, so now this is they're really pushing for the tie here, but can the novelist kite long enough for him to be able to rotate towards that dungeon area?
Yeah, the problem is he does have Blink available, so he should be able to just go for a Blink unless the gate is already open. Wow. It's already open. He goes for the Blink, but he avoids the hit, and he gets the...
From the Postman, not yet getting any hit. He just got only 1 bomb there, but he still managed to get away and drag the hunter as far as he can from the Cypher machines. BoBo is going to get the hit here now?
Yeah, I mean, he can, but that's the thing, he doesn't bring Blink. He no range stun from the forward, allowing the Postman to make the rotation. So very, very beautiful there. He's gonna go for another stun! Amazing! That's more than half the ball gone there, but it's worth it because Postman is at 75% damage. He's trying to go for the pallet stun again.
The gate is open. I think they know that there's... Alright, welcome back,
everyone.
Go for it.
Welcome back, everyone. It's here, Goodman and Poch, going to deliver you some fast-paced, action-packed commentary on this last game. This will be the last game for the very first day of the group stage, IVA June 2022.
Yeah, so recapping what we just saw, again, it was congrats given to Clayless with how well they performed, not only on the survivor side, but as well as the hunter. Very consistent 3-person kill and 3-person escape, but good job, man. What do we have next? This is going to be our main event of the evening.
Yo, this is between the NM Nello Mello versus the Winter team that came out from the wildcard matches from the few days before this happened. Yo, and I think this is the NM Origin versus Winter. There we go.
Yeah, and Origin, we saw them yesterday. Again, they did pretty well. Winter did actually eliminate NM Rebel Reborn. So a sub team, I would say the B team of NM. So I think, you know what, the Origins, the big brothers, are definitely going to want to seek that revenge because the wildcard team did kind of thwart this. Actually, it would be kind of crazy because we said Gods of Egypt are in the same team, our same group, and then NM Origins and as well as Reborn could have been in the same team, so or same group. So that's definitely going to happen. I'm excited to see this one, particularly because it was Winter that went up against an undead yesterday in Zevin's undead.
Yo. And it seems like we're ready on the first half between these two teams. So let us see what will be the map. The introduction first, of course. Winter, we got Panda, Raven, Chaos, Eclipse, Linen as the survivor here, and Mobius as their hunter. We saw them played out those matches on those wildcard and came to here as the wildcard team going in for the top 16 for this group stage.
Yeah, and on the flip side, their adversaries, they're going up against NM Origin here, Zhao Khan, Caridona, John Oling. We have Super Chu, Chocho, and HMR, SQHMR. That's definitely one person I'm super excited to see. And we have Seichu. Went back to Seichu. Okay, so interestingly enough, I think Super Chu and Seichu might be the same person. Not quite sure because we know it's Super Chu. Amazing hunter, whether he's Super Saiyan Seichu or just regular Seichu. I'm excited to see some NM Origin. They did go all the way to top 4, so I'm excited to see how well they're going to fare in this leg of the tournament because, you know what, you do have Mad Penguins, you got ZT, you got Team Icon, you got a lot of hard hitters here, and NM Origins is definitely one of them.
Yo, this will be an interesting match between these two. A wild card, the winner between the home court defenders, the NM Origins on this tournament. But let's see how will they manage or battle this one out on what are they going to pick. And let's go in for the first half. Let's see what map do they pick this time. I think we're going to expect another yet ever sleeping town. Yes, very common pick.
This is the only map in Identity 5 these days. Just Ever Sleeping Town. No other map. What are you talking about? I don't know, hospital? What Moonlit? There's no map. What are you talking about? Anyway,
What's that?
Yeah, I don't know. I just go to Ever Sleeping Town. Now banning the Seer, again could be opting for one of those again single hit hunters, or baiting a priestess to come out then using breaking wheel. Who knows? But a forward will be locked in. I'm guessing a priestess will follow up. Yes. They do that. And Zhao Khan, just a master when it comes to using the forward. And actually, I think they kind of switch it around as well. I know Zhao Khan is the main shot caller of the group. He's basically with a captain. So I'm really excited to see how much they've improved since May. So let's see. They do ban the toy merchant. So interesting ban here. Allowing mercenary, allowing a lot of survivors to come, allowing a novelist to come out as well.
It seems like since forward is on play and priestess that can assist players here, I do want to know what the hunter is going to pick. It might be, you said it, single hunter or even Bonbon we might see, but there's a forward present, so this will be a big trouble if a Bonbon will be on play. And as long as he will be able to manage Lilin, the stunner of this group, as you said, the shot caller, Zhao Khan, the game will be going on a smooth if he was able to take down at least or cut off or at least one player on this team. Who knows, this might be a domino effect on every possibility.
Yeah, honestly, once the shot caller does go down, it's up to the team to pick up the pieces from there. So having a Acrobat, okay, interesting. Yeah, usually Acrobat comes in third and fourth round, and rightly so, can silence. And now we also see an entomologist coming in, so very support heavy. We do have one main rescuer. The one thing I do want to point out, no main decoder. So NM not really one to really rush the ciphers here. They have excellent teamwork and excellent containment time. So I wonder if because usually Caridonna is on the usual rescuer. She's usually on Gravekeeper, she's on Acrobat, but I wonder what Caridonna will be using as we see that Lilin does lock in that breaking wheel.
Yo, a breaking wheel yet again on this map. So Lilin must be careful on this stunner support. As you said, very heavy support. As you can see, Acrobat can silence him forward. Again, a counter for breaking wheel on his normal form, and even entomologist that can actually displace them whenever she needs to.
Yes, stun support is really important, especially going up against a breaking wheel. They want to be able to have that kiting ability just to force him and frustrate him out of that wheel form. And once he's in normal form, that's when you utilize the bees. That's when you utilize the the bombs. I wonder if Lilin will be the first breaking wheel to actually get a victory for today, because we still yet to see a breaking wheel to get a victory here. So Lilin could be the one.
We've seen some breaking wheels on the previous matches that didn't went well because of this heavy support and stunners. They're really picking on the normal or the weakest window of the breaking wheel. That is the normal form. So let's see and how will Lilin play this one out between or against this team of heavily support survivors here.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. John Olang, Zhao Khan, Caridonna, Chocho, names you've known from the previous tournament, and we have Winter's Hunter in Lilin with this breaking wheel. Will they be able to surprise us even more, because Winter is the wild card team to come into the mix? We're going to find out as we head on over to the first round of the first match here. Again, this is best of one. We're going to Ever Sleeping Town with a breaking wheel.
Yo, I've seen Lilin use the Clerk before. I'm expecting using Clerk again, but I think breaking will be on play here. Maybe he has an idea, or that's why he picked a breaking wheel. And there we go, the first spawn on going in for the middle, going into a wheel form. And as we can see, everyone is going into position. Princess in the middle. Seems like Lilin will try to find some key targets that are easy to chase one out. It seems like Entomologist is on the platter. And let's see if Lily is going to commit on this one.
Oh, wow. And actually, Caridonna is also here, so this is actually a great find, whoever he's going to go after. But it's going to be a little tough because this is an acrobat, is Entomologist. And Entomologist can easily kite out here in the open. Sharp Turns is the name of the game here, since he does not have the extended spikes just yet. Well, Caridonna can actually just focus on decoding. Gets that one spike in. That's his cue to go for these traps. Able to hit Chocho. And now tries to hit him towards, just away from the center part. Now utilizing his bees just to transition towards a faster part in this map. And now Priestess did connect a little bit of a portal here. So let's see if Lilin's going to try to go for a cleanup.
As you can see, he only needs Lilin one spike, but that support from the Priestess. Oh! There's a joke coming from the Entomologist out of that portal. Lilin will try to chase it out very fast to cut off the distance. There we go, that extended spikes. But putting another, that's one spike is enough. But that portal yet again saved him from that snap. But snapping isn't used here. Zokan or Entomologist is not on the screen here and trying to see if he can change target, going in for John Long, transitioning onto the graveyard. Well played assist by the Priestess.
Honestly, that was super important for him to break that line of sight. Now the Priestess trying to go for the flywheel, but no, eats that hit. And the Priestess now sticking around this area of the map is so important, just so that the Acrobat can heal up the Entomologist. Now, the forward is also here to provide a little bit of support. They're doing an amazing job so far. But good man, there are no ciphers being popped just yet. He gets the snap, and now the forward is here to harass.
Seems like excitement is ready. As you said, still no Cypress Prime. They're taking their time to let the survivors last long. No.
Zaokon.
He knew that this excitement is on play.
Honestly, Zaokon, being so, like, the veteran player he is, he's going to try to go for this rescue, forcing him out of that wheel form, and now he's still holding on to this excitement. I have a feel, I think your assumption is correct. He knows that he has excitement, and he's going to hold on to his stun. He's going to try to go for it. He's going to bait it out, getting a hit, but allowing the Priestess to move along. At least it's a trade-off here. Zaokon had to eat that hit just so that the Priestess can move on away, and now spotting the Entomologist, but this Entomologist is at full health.
Yo, he only needs 3 spikes to take Entomologist down, but Jojo with the 2 spikes on that side, dodging that spike on that full press and trapped him in time. That will be a 1 takedown for Entomologist, going for the Entomologist.
Yeah, he's gonna chair this Entomologist, the first target of at the start of this game. Priestess is healed up. Forward is actually gonna go on cipher popping duties, and we see that Entomologist first time on the rocket chair. Priestess does have wanted order. Acrobat focusing on decoding, just popping this middle cipher because it's so crucial, because it's so near where the Entomologist is chaired.
2 ciphers remaining left. Lilin going in for disruption. 1 spike on his back, and that will be a normal hit, preventing Acrobat to dodge himself with the ball. But Lilin going back to the position where Entomologist was down, going in for that spike. That's 1 spike on his back. Seems like going for the portal to destroy that portal, preventing Entomologist to traverse any around this area. But Lilin, he only needs 1 more spike to activate that fully snap. Thanos snap came down, but it seems like Lilin's having trouble. But with the full presence spike, 1 snap away to take down.
Yeah, the AoE was definitely in effect. John Olang still in this area, providing the support that, or probably the second rescue. Looking at the ciphers, I think the forward is about to pop that last, that second to the last one. Acrobat is actually working on the last cipher. John Olang has to be very careful in getting this rescue. And now we see that Lilin is shifting targets. Okay, now going towards this Acrobat. He knows where the last cipher is. He's trying to pressure. Goes for the rescue, and now the Acrobat does have that wanted order and that one spike. We're gonna head on back over to the graveyard area. Can Lilin stop these ciphers from popping? He's still holding on to this excitement.
Yes, but forward's almost done on his cipher, so any second now there will be one cipher left. So Acrobats has the last cipher here, and Lilin is trying his best to take down or to put pressure and spikes, but that football trapped him. Slow movement speed, everything blocking off Lilin on that vault. Well played there by the Priestess, but I think 50% going in for the Acrobat. Still a 50%, but Lilin took a note for Entomology, riding on the train and racing up until to its track. And it's like he knows. Entomologist knows. No more beats for Entomologist. Putting one spike, another spike will finish it off. Will he be able to put that final spike, that nail in the coffin for Entomologist? And there we have it. One spike, that's a snap. There we have it. But forward still have the 50% football. They all of them are here trying to support. Lin trying to change target. 90% on the last cipher. Took a hit. Cardona will be down. They need to pick this Entomologist up right now before it ends. Going in for the Priestess. Go forward, still in the area, destroying that portal. Entomologist with that self-heal, but the prime, the last cipher is not primed yet.
The thing is, he's going to try to go for this heal. He's going to try to hope that the Priestess gets picked up. The Priestess gets picked up. This is so important. And now he's going to try to chair close to that cipher. Entomologist is out of there. The Entomologist needs to break line of sight because the Entomologist will be dead on chair. I think Entomologist will be opening up a new cipher. Oh, actually, no. He's going to try to approach this with real caution. So they have to be very careful. Acrobat is also here. Forward gets the rescue on this Priestess. He's gonna be. This is actually a really delicate situation. Zhao Khan trying to go for a rescue here, but no, or a stun. He's gonna try to force this heal while the Acrobat and the Entomologist are trying to pop open this cipher.
God.
It is already primed, good man.
Holy God, it's almost primed. This is the moment that we are waiting for. They're really just waiting this one out. Healing Priestess, trying to see Lilith if he can able to do
is
something.
there.
Yes,
and now the forward is actually gonna go for the exit gate. Lilin's in a checkmate situation. Caridonna is ready for the silence, and excitement is already there. It's gonna be a quick standoff. Who is gonna blink first? It seems like all the survivors are in a bit of an advantage here. They have the higher ground, good man.
They are just really waiting for it. They are just really waiting for the right moment to pop that, and seems like Lilin needs to stay focused. He needs to think about what is the next move on here.
Honestly, yeah, I can't tell because he has excitement. I don't know if he can change that to abnormal. I'm not really sure what the traits are, but it's really weird for a Breaking Wheel to bring trump card. I'm not quite sure. Goes for the hit, and now there we go. Caridonna is able to pop that last cipher, forcing Lilin to go into wheel form and try to swat away Zhao Khan from this exit gate.
Hey, that's a nice swap. This will be a good day to come from Lilin because forward is on that gate. So this will be a good change target going in for the shot caller here. Lilin needs to take down because he has the tension. Excitement on the play. Flywheel. The tension hit.
Oh my God. Wow, what a use of the flywheel, and now they're split pushing here. John Olang does have a little bit, and now forces him to go through the portal in regular form, and three of them are already out of the gate. Let's see where the forward is at. He's already at the dungeon. NM Origins getting 5 points to start things off for themselves in the group stage.
Holy Mother of Nightingale. Damn! That was some opportunities were taken by the team of NM, and a great job doing pressure by Lilin here on the team of NM, but NM was able to get that one out of there by forcing a checkmate on Breaking Wheel on the last cipher. As we can see here on the stats, contained Hunter with almost 200 seconds for these 3 survivors, and one almost out of it with a 200 second. Yo!
Yeah, it was a long. This was definitely a long match, and honestly, all of them really played their roles very well. Breaking wheel, it's really hard. The meta has definitely shifted. All these survivors know the weakness. You saw how the priestess wasn't so hasty in putting the portals down, waiting for the breaking wheel to enter into a normal form. Then you go through the portal, and the excitement. I think, like you said, the Zhao Kahn kind of sniffed it out, didn't go for the balloon rescue, which he's known for doing. He was waiting because the chase was happening so long. There was no blinks that were coming out. There was no teleport, no other traits besides excitement. And honestly, it's a very high risk maneuver going for excitement like that because yes, Zhao Kahn, a very stun heavy survivor. However, he just chooses not to stun. He just controls that. And also, another thing that you pointed out, Goodman, the way the priestess was able to block the window, eating that hit. Again, they just knew when to take the hits, and it was real, like well coordinated teamwork throughout this entire match on the side of NM Origins.
Damn. Also, that Zhao Kahn also knew that he has an excitement with, as we can see on the very, very crucial moment, as we can see, breaking wheel, use excitement to prevent that stun from happening on the priestess portal. Then Zhao Kahn knew that he was going to do that. Only the flywheel on the right time, missing the detention hit coming from Li Lin. Wow.
Yeah, flywheel again. I mean, just avoiding a detention hit. Beautiful sequence of events there. Zhao Kahn, even though the main shot caller was being pressured, I think he was cool, calm, and collected with how he was able to handle that situation. Now, still, big ups to Lilin, just trying to, test his breaking wheel up against one of the best teams out there. And I really think just the way he played it, he tried being economically safe with where he was going and whatnot. It's just that the survivors not alone did have excellent teamwork. It's just that they knew how to kite the breaking wheel. They knew to kite in the open. They knew once the survivor was free, break line of sight, just so that the hunter will go after a different survivor. So it just shows that the level of mastery on the survivor side is really leveling up. But you know what? This isn't the last we'll see of Lilin. This weekend, I'm sure that he'll have more opportunities for him to present his breaking wheel and his other hunters. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a very short break. When we return, it is going to be the second half of this very intense match.
Progress, and we also have Mercenary Cypher, which was the first one that he did. We're going to see a mirror here. That's pretty irrelevant mirror. Even if you're able to get that hit, that is okay. We do see that rescue come off here. Mercenary needs to body block this as long as possible. Blink is on cooldown, mirror is on cooldown, no Tide Center. That's irrelevant because, again, you can't kill without the mirror here as the Bloody Queen. Mercenary is going to just go around here. They're going to try to take as many hits as possible. Missing that Palace, and Mercenary needs to catch up to the Priestess and be able to body block this next mirror so the survivors can fire down these last Cypher teams. They have the time to do so, but that's the idea of psychologist healing there, is that you now give yourself enough time. We're going to see a triple body block. Patient gets a drop down hit. That's not ideal here. You have to force attack recovery so you can extend that time as long as possible.
Okay, waiting for him to drop down. It's the Priestess that drops down, but no, it is the Mercenary that ate that hit. One Cypher still remains. Psychologist is hot on that Cypher, and now they're forced to chair the Patient. Now,
way there, as Mercenary, you have to elbow pad away. You have to elbow pad to a point where you're breaking that line of sight, and in this case, it's just, it's not working out here. We're going to see Batter come in potentially for a harass, but again, Batter can struggle here against this hook, because all you have to do is land that hook, get that hit, and yeah, there's another free hit. They are able to, I thought they were going for that body block. We're going to see them go ahead and drop the trap, so even if this does happen, he's going to land in the trap. Yeah, he's not able to get the harass off anyways, and he's going to be scared for the second time.
Man, the way that Oxygen was able to snipe out from afar, and another one. He is a sniper on this game. Just go for that rescue.
Yeah, with Mercenary getting cut off this far, they may not even go for it at all. He takes the hit there, and he's going to push the save. I think Sculptor might have full presence now because of that insolence. Let's see, actually. Going to go in for that rescue. We're going to see, full presence actually getting that hit there. One chip. They were able to get the save, though. Can he get the double hit on Mercenary as well? He is able to get the double hit on Mercenary. Acrobat has a few bumps to work with here, but it's going to be difficult This is not a great area to kite, especially against a smoke with full presence.
Whoa.
Tries to go for that mind game, gets to the vault into him, and he should still be able to get that hit there. There's that first chip, and I don't think there's any chance of making it to the windows there before you.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, great job hiding the red light, just forcing him to make that jump, and this will be the first down and out. The delayed effect on his passive there is definitely going to be hard. Now we see him, yeah, he has to utilize that elbow pad just to get out of dodge, but now the webs are able to, catch up, and he's able to utilize the blink to get the mercenary. Now the mercenary has no more skills, no more items to utilize. But it seems like the closest one is the Embalmer. He will have to be very careful. The mercenary already making his rotation towards this rescue. 2 ciphers remaining. We do note that I think they're priming 2 ciphers at once, and the one's at 71%. He's just being very careful. Now the rescue needs to happen. Tide Turner will be in effect, trying to light up the floor. Mercenary eats 1 chip bomb. Will eat another one. Oh my god. He's waiting for the last possible second, and now stuffs the rescue. This has turned around. Crocodile now just needs 3 survivors to get the victory here.
Yeah, Mercenary actually could have just waited for that bomb to blow up before going for the chair save there. But instead, yeah, getting a little too greedy there, and this is probably going to be a drawn position. The question is, does this Bonbon have the trump card? Which the Acrobat coming for this rescue is able to get that first.
Whoa.
And he pushes the Acrobat back. The Cypher Machine is primed. Can he potentially go for the blink to get it on the Acrobat? He's going around the chair to try to bait out the blink, but he didn't fall for it. And now all he's doing, there's the blink, and there's the down. Again, he only needs 3 survivors eliminated, and with the tension, that may be enough there. Again, you saw the Acrobat. He knew blink was coming.
He is a very kiting heavy survivor. Like he has average of 60 seconds every time, and now Capcom going for the bomb here, able to get the last minute rescue, has to eat some of these hits. Deer no gets stuffed by Corone, and the pressure on the statues were building up a lot. Capcom was
how the Painter gets this rescue done, because it is mercenary after all. He can buy a lot of time in chair, and we see 2 cypher machines being looked by the CCTV. Painter is painting a painting for disaster right before the rescue. Will he able to finish it? He's going to...
What is up, everyone? We're back and again we witnessed a previous first half between these 2 teams. Some sweet and intense moments that happened, all of them. Poch, what is your favorite highlight on that one?
honestly is when I would say the standoff. It's good for survivors but bad for hunters. We were talking about it with Red. The moment you start to hesitate as a hunter, the survivors will capitalize on that. And you saw just the last cipher. They were already split pushing the exit gates before the last cipher was already popped. Everyone was already kind of geared towards getting a 4-man escape. And I didn't know the hunter Lilin did bring detention. So if he was able to just start smacking a lot of people, even just one, it could have been a 3-1. But now a big hill to climb for our winter team here. So that's one of my favorite moments. I want to ask everyone that's watching what their favorite moments were, and also big shout outs to everyone that is watching. Chantel's still here. Yumiko, it is her birthday, so be nice to her. Happy birthday, Yumiko. We have Princess Pasta. We also have Hanako, and I think we had Paulins is here too. I'm on my phone, by the way, because again, my setup, I'm a little scared to open up the any browser. PPX is my husbando. It's been a long time, so big shout outs to everyone still watching, and big shout outs to Goodman here. So Goodman, tell me your thoughts on what we just witnessed.
Yo, I love that Breaking Will brought excitement just to shut down the potential any balloon rescue coming from the forward. But Zhao Khan really used the football in an unexpected timing. Right. That is my actually highlight for me. Using the potential stun instead of the obvious, the balloon rescue where the hunter could have been used the excitement. Just using the stun as a way to buy enough time, or the unexpected time, just to put a little stun on there, just to throw off the fits of the hunter. Like
Yeah. Honestly, that's a veteran move, like him not being too stun heavy, because usually it's like as a forward you want to stun at the possible moment, but honestly I think Zhao Kahn creates those moments. And even though like he tried going for another stun, the trade-off was still fine, because he traded a hit for the priestess to break line of sight and forcing him to going back to the entomologist. So it was a good trade-off. Honestly, the gamble for Zhao Kahn there was still pretty good. He got the rescue going, and I think Lilin has definitely has been put on notice now, so he will move forward in this tournament knowing that, all right, you know what, I need to level up. These are the competitors I need to be at par with. And NM Origins being a team like Zhao Kahn, you got household names: Zhao Kahn, Caridona, Chocho, just known names in competitive Southeast Asia, and putting them on notice. So now I believe picks and bans are about to happen. Winter Survivor team, now they're the ones to actually I would say get a lot of points. So Super Chu has to be very careful with how he approaches this match.
Oh yes, indeed. As you can see, Panda, Eclipse, and Chaos will be on Winter, and Super Chu on the NM. What do you think will our previously chosen by Super Chu on the past matches here?
Super Chu has picked. He has a lot of meta hunters. He's used the Breaking Wheel. He's used Bon. But here, honestly, like banning the Seer, I don't know if he's gonna bring up Breaking Wheel, because Breaking Wheel hasn't been doing that much. And I think Super Chu knows that he needs to just get a tie for him to be able to win, because again, we know Breaking Wheel isn't a tie hunter. Tie hunters, you got BQ, you got Bon. Once you get one survivor, just rely on detention for BQ or rely on the camping of Bon. You just need one. So I think Super Chu realizes he doesn't want to risk too much. So now he's banning the Acrobat next, allowing for a Merc to come in, allowing for I would have to say maybe Novelist, Enchantress, Acrobat, Patient. Oh wait, no, Acrobat's banned. Patient. Who else we got? Enchantress, Entomologist. There we go.
Hey. Two Entomologists and Enchantress, they're going in again for the Tenacity composition. And this table composition is going in for the last longevity of the game and even the team. And see, we got a Bon here, going to be picked by Super Chu here on this map against this team of survivors.
Interesting. I guess he kind of got faked out, or maybe he was scared that the forward came out, that he opted to go for Bon, because Bon doesn't really care about the Seer's Owl. But it's a preference thing. But I have a feeling, and we've seen this in the elimination phases, that Bon seems to be doing more work than the Breaking Wheel here in Southeast Asia, at least. So we know how scary a Bon is. Super Chu, one of the known hunters out there. You really have to be careful when you're going up against Super Chu, because his predictions, his skill level, he's mechanically gifted too. So I'm sure that he's gonna light up the floor of Ever Sleeping Town with bombs here. So they Winter Survivor team have to be very careful heading into this one. But note that Raven, S badge Priestess.
Yo, that one's took notice for Super Chu. And I think Super Chu has an idea how to cancel out Mr. Panda here with his forward, because I've seen some forward I've seen some matches between Bon and forward getting cancelled by the bomb hits by that Bon. So we might see that here.
Yeah, he has to be very careful with how he utilizes his stuns, and also really depends on what Super Chu brings to the table as well. If he's gonna have that respect, that excitement, because the Enchantress is here too. He also got the portals of the Priestess, so I wouldn't be surprised if Super Chu decides to bring excitement coming into this, because the stuns are definitely very apparent in this lineup.
And there we go. We're the first spawn. Besides the graveyard here with a 12-6 for the hunter, confined space and detention. It's like Super Chu is going in for the middle here, trying to see if someone here spawned on the middle.
Yeah, it was. He did pass the forward, and now it seems like Chaos is in the immediate vicinity. So he will be committing towards this entomologist. So he's gonna have to really be careful with that line of sight. He's gonna try and break that. Oh, okay. It seems like he's gonna go for the bees now, and Super Chew has his first chase about. While we see Panda is decoding. Raven is also in this area to provide some portals, just in case. And we see an excellent combination of just the bees as well as the portal. He's doing some cleanup here. And take note as well, I believe he did bring Blink here. So now a very aggressive starting build for Super Chew. Able to get him out of the bee form.
As long as Chaos breaking that line of sight, he'll be safe. But I think that would happen right now. Blink is online. We might see a Blink hit from here. And there we have it. Super Chew getting a takedown on Chaos. That'll be a first chair with 5 still Cyphers remaining here.
Panda in the immediate area. He's going for the stun rescue. He gets the stun. This is going to be an early rescue, so Chaos has to make this kite last. And we do see he's trying to go for another one. Oh, able to get it. And now forward did trade off just a little bit of chip damage there. 5 Cyphers still remaining. We do see that Entomologist is now over here at the graveyard area. Panda doing an amazing job getting the rescue and getting a support stun in the process.
That was a great assist coming from the forward. And now we can see Chaos is just breaking the line of sight here from Bonbon just to give a hard time to throw off his bombs. It seems like that will be the part. As we can see, Super Chew is finding the Tram will divide it, but no, it will not reach on time. Butterfly, the bees is on play, but that will be the last bomb going in for the Chaos here.
Panda coming in, or no, he's actually in the area once again. So Super Chew has to be very careful. Actually, excellent Cypher placement. He's gonna go for another stun rescue here, and now Panda has to be very careful because he doesn't have that much football to utilize to go for a stronger rescue. He will try to harass as much as possible, but now Entomologist has no more bees. Forward, not enough football to utilize, so now it seems like Enchantress is actually in the area here. Just he did gain a little bit, but not enough for a stun, and now Super Chew has his first survivor out of the game.
Oh, 3 survivors left with 3 Cyphers remaining here on play. And seems like Super Chew will try to find another victim here on his chopping block. Seems like Super Chew found out another Cypher here throwing off a bounce. Seems like Panda will be the next chase here from Super Chew. And trying to see, but we do take note, there's no forward left for Panda here. So he might have a hard time.
Yeah, he's gonna have to utilize it. Well, I mean, it's just a tiny bit of a dash, but if the Bonbon is in front of you, just goes for that regular hit. And now, I mean, yeah, the stun rescues were great. A little aggressive at the start. Super Chew actually knew that, all right, I'm gonna have to take these hits, but he was just so confident in how he was going to stuff the rebound kite. And now we see that the other survivors, Priestess and Enchantress, are focusing on decoding. Enchantress has to be very careful here. Can't close out that distance to make this rescue, but he's trying to just focus on decoding. But now a bomb is actually going to just try and keep him from, touching this Cypher. 5 seconds, we do see that the bomb will explode in any minute. Eclipse just waiting for that to happen. And now Super Chew just waiting for the forward to expire.
Oh, Raven in going for the rescue here. Placing those bombs, 1 hit bomb. Raven needs to tread carefully here around these bombs. That's what, and that we have here. Eclipse was there to save on time before that expires. Nice rescue, but that blink hit would prevent that body block coming from Eclipse. But Eclipse will stay on the vicinity, trying to support as much as he can. But that hit will connect on his back. Will he be able to give still assist on forward here? Super Chew knows of this and trying to finish off Eclipse here with those bombs. 12 will be on play, and that didn't connect. Eclipse will still be downed by the targeted or controlled bomb. Self-heal used by Raven here.
Yeah, again, it was great discipline on Super Chew's side. He didn't want to pick him up. He knew that the Enchantress had a 5-stack ready. Priestess was able to utilize that self-heal, so Super Chew doesn't want to go for that basement. He knows that the Priestess will try and go for this rescue. 3 Cyphers still remaining, And yeah, Priestess is gonna have her work cut out for her. Seems like she will just be going to Corner House here just to provide that tinnitus. We do see that the Raven is just hiding. Super Chew, I feel like, knows where this Priestess is at, dropping the bombs, and now sees where he's at, trying to close out this distance to try and rescue Enchantress, but no, takes a detour, goes to the second floor, drops a bomb, and now well-placed control bomb just for one more chip. Can Raven last long? Honestly, it's only a matter of time. Super Chew just needs one more bomb hit, and he could call GG's, and GG's will be called here. Priestess, unable to kite for a while, and Super Chew, living up to his Super Saiyan name here, getting the victory. That was an amazing performance. That's a 10-0. Good man.
It is a 10-0. Holy damn, those bombs were so precise that they didn't even escape on that one. The survivors of Winter was treading carefully around that bombs to keep on tabs and went in for the rescue, but unfortunately the Hunter was able to get a hold of them, and it was costed a shutdown of a rescue coming from Priestess and the follow-up going for the Enchantress, and that will be a game for NM Origin, and this will be the stats as we can see. They did pretty well.
They did amazingly. Honestly, like, I think it was a little over aggression that kind of extended them to be able to kind of falter, because Super Chew knew that he was going to get stun rescued. But getting a stun rescue, yes, it makes you get an easier rescue, but it doesn't buy enough time for survivors to decode, and 3 ciphers were remaining. Again, it was a bit of an aggressive play, and it really fell in favor of Super Chew. And this lineup, honestly, would be so scary to go up against if you are a Bonbon.
Yes, a Bonbon with his 6 bombs really is a tough one to beat. Oh god. With that full presence on Super Chew, that bomb is stacking up so fast than before that first presence Bonbon has. But Super Chew was able to finish those off. The remaining survivors, Winter survivors, did great. They did amazing, but Super Chew was able to prevail on this second half. But don't worry, we still have a chance for the next days, for the coming days here on the group stages of IVA.
Oh yeah, and honestly, like, the matches are getting much more intense. I just want to take this time also to give a shout out to everyone working in the backstage. We got Red, NTT, working the 1s and 2s, so big shout out to them. Follow Red on YouTube, by the way. He will be streaming and casting IVL that did just happen now. Also, this guy right here, I'm pointing at you, good man. If you follow him on Facebook, he's the Good Job Man. Please follow him. He streams a lot. Also, big shout outs to everyone watching in chat. And also, actually, I want to give a shout out to Maney. I want to give a shout out to Ricky, Mona Lisa too. You know what? They keep all the mods, all the organizers to make this possible. Again, it was a pretty busy May, and it's an even busier June. So it's just day number 1 of the group stage. So I'm super excited. And lastly, shout outs to everyone in chat. Wow, someone named Bootylicious is in chat. So big shout outs to Hanako, Soy Milk also, that's listening right now. Chantel. We also got Nello Mello himself in the chat. Sada, Yumiko-san. We got Side Ducky, and everyone else. I'm just trying to say hi to everyone. So big ups. Good job, man. This is your first time casting. How was it? And any shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, it was actually my first time casting a full English shoutcast, and I think my head is going to blow up just thinking about the words that I'm going to say at this point.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out to my friends out there, to Yenny, to Yenny, Brucey, Lex, for helping me tough it out, and even the teams here that played very well here in the IVA. They did amazing. They showed some of those good and sweet fucking gameplays. Gameplays, yes. But yeah, that'll be all.
Yeah, awesome. Again, follow him at Good Job Man on Facebook. He streams. He's gonna stream tomorrow, I believe. I don't know when, but he will also be here tomorrow. We will be casting. You can follow me at Spicy Potch on the socials, wherever, on Instagram, Facebook, and wherever. And also, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 12 noon GMT +8. We have some amazing matches lined up. Again, it's similar to last time. Again, I won't be surprised if we see some tiebreakers happening left and right. I think NTT also will be taking the mic, as well as Soy, during this weekend. And we also have a secret caster that will be joining us as well. Again, we did have a poll out, or we did have a post out that was asking if anybody wants to audition, and we do have, aside from Goodman, another special guest will be joining us this weekend. But Red, are we good to go? Or okay? And on behalf of everyone from backstage, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for the first group stage day of IVA June. We'll see you guys tomorrow for more Identity 5 action. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
50% progress, and we also have Mercenary Cypher, which was the first one that he did. We're going to see a mirror here that's pretty irrelevant mirror. Even if you're able to get that hit, that is okay. We do see that rescue come off here. Mercenary needs to body block this as long as possible. Blink is on cooldown, mirror is on cooldown, no Tide Turner, that's irrelevant because, again, you can't kill without the mirror here as the Bloody Queen. Mercenary is going to just go around here. They're going to try to take as many hits as possible. Missing that Palisade, Mercenary needs to catch up to the Priestess and be able to body block this next mirror so the survivors can find down these last Cypher twos. They have the time to do so, but that's the idea of psychologist healing there, is that you now give yourself enough time. We're going to see a triple body block. Patient gets a drop down hit. That's not ideal here. You have to force attack recovery so you can extend that time as long as possible.
Okay, waiting for him to drop down. It's the Priestess that drops down, but no, it is the Mercenary that ate that hit. One Cypher still remains. Psychologist is hot on that Cypher, and now they're forced to chair the Patient. Now,
way there, as Mercenary, you have to elbow pad away. You have to elbow pad to a point where you're breaking that line of sight, and in this case, it's just, it's not working out here. We're going to see Batter come in potentially for a harass, but again, Batter can struggle here against this hook, because all you have to do is land that hook, get that hit, and yeah, there's another free hit. They are able to, I thought they were going for that body block. We're going to see them go ahead and drop a trap, so even if this does happen, he's going to land in the trap. Yeah, he's not able to get the harass off anyways, and he's going to be scared for the second time.
man, the way that Oxygen was able to snipe out from afar, and another one. He is a sniper on this game. I guess we can go for that rescue.
Yeah, with Mercenary getting cut off this far, they may not even go for it at all. He takes the hit there, and he's going to push the save. I think Sculptor might have full presence now because of that insolence. Let's see, actually. Going to go in for that rescue. We're going to see full presence actually getting that hit there. One chip. They were able to get the save, though. Can he get the double hit on Mercenary as well? He is able to get the double hit on Mercenary. Acrobat has a few bumps to work with here, but it's going to be difficult. This is not a great area to kite, especially against a Sculptor with full presence. Whoa! Over that mind game gets to the vault into him, and he should still be able to get that hit there. There's that first chip, and I don't think there's any chance to make it into a window there before you.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think, great job hiding the red light, just forcing him to make that jump, and this will be the first down and out. The delayed effect on his passive there is definitely going to be hard. Now we see him, he has to utilize that elbow pad just to get out of dodge, but now the webs are able to, catch up, and he's able to utilize the blink to get the Mercenary. Now the Mercenary has no more skills, no more items to utilize. But it seems like the closest one is the Embalmer. He will have to be very careful though. Mercenary already making his rotation towards this rescue. 2 Cyphers remaining. We do note that I think they're priming 2 Cyphers at once, and the one's at 71%. He's just being very careful. Now the rescue needs to happen. Tide Turner will be in effect, trying to light up the floor. Mercenary eats 1 chip bomb. Will eat another one. Oh my god. He's waiting for the last possible second, and now stuffs the rescue. This has turned around. Crocodile now just needs 3 survivors to get the victory here.
Yeah, Mercenary actually could have just waited for that bomb to blow up before going for the chair save there. But instead, getting a little too greedy there, and this is probably going to be a drawn position. The question is, does this Bonbon have the front card? Which the Acrobat coming for this rescue is able to get that first. And he pushes the Acrobat back. The Cypher Machine is primed. Can he potentially go for the blink to get it on the Acrobat? He's going around the chair to try to bait off the blink, but he didn't fall for it. And now all he's doing, there's the blink. And there's the down. Again, he only needs 3 survivors eliminated, and with the tension, that may be enough there. Again, you saw the Acrobat. He knew Blink was coming.
He is a very kiting heavy survivor. Like he has average of 60 seconds every time, and now Capcom going for the bomb here, able to get the last minute rescue, has to eat some of these hits. Fear no gets stuffed by Corone, and the pressure on the statues were building up a lot. Capcom was
how the painter gets this rescue done, because it is mercenary after all. He can buy a lot of time in chair, and we see 2 cypher machines being looked by the CCTV. Painter is painting a painting for disaster right before the rescue. Will he able to finish it? He's going to try to avoid all this.
Ooh, that's really close. I think he finished it. Excitement from Messiah. Oh god, yeah, he was trying to bait for that terror shock, but yeah, Painter was the brighter one. Wow!
It is going to be a double down for the survivor side, and now the painter dies right next to the chair, and we see the forward and the embomber
automatically apply to the nearest survivor. So yeah, every time that he is done, so you have to be very beware. Yeah,
he gets all
such a top tier play, such a top able to predict where the patient was, but yeah, he is now found and is being sprayed by wax over here, just throwing the character an immediate hit onto the patient, and of course follow up by a normal hit. Patient is immediately down.
Right.
Wow. Going for that cipher, that run has been decoding. I think they're gonna, force heal. No.
There is going to be excitement coming into place to no one will try to get this person. Last minute stun.
Incredible, yeah. Incredible stun coming from that forward.
And the sniper has been
off.
All the survivors are scattered away.
Yeah, that's nice.
Detention.
Yeah.
That can rescue and can give that support of a rebound kite, since he does have the tide turner. Now we see that the portal was placed. Has to be careful and not to get double hit here with a flame snipe. Watch out, able to get the hit and gets the terror shock. Disaster. Live. Wow!
Okay, that's wicked, and he gets the flame.
Another
terror shot.
The bees try.